Hey everybody, I am here. I want to know about what's this beef going on? Why is there always beef when it comes to the black manosphere? My thing is, do we need beef in this manosphere? Do we need beef to thrive? Is the beef what drives everybody? For content creators, do we need beef to make money? Do black folks like beef? Why are we beefing when we say we want solutions? I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know. It seems to be a lot of beef going on. And I see a lot of people getting into the beef, right? But we say we want solutions. So what's going on? Do we really want solutions or do we want beef? Which one is it? I don't get it. We want solutions or do we want beef? Everywhere you turn, there's a new beef, right? We can't escape the beef. I, this is funny. Um, I hear myself talking. I don't know how to listen to myself. So I'm just kind of talking or whatever. But okay. I see Darth Low in the chat. Rude in the chat. Shout out to you guys. Khadija. Shout out to Khadija. What's up, guys? I'm just saying that there's a lot of beef. Like everywhere we turn, we got new beef here. Now, on on Ramil's channel, he was talking about the Kevin Samuel and Satan the Sinner. They had a prior beef. Now they're friends again. And also, I saw Minister Jab. He was beefing because he said he was on Bernard's show, and he was like, "Hey, Tone, what's up? Thanks for coming." He was saying that he had a chat with Kevin Samuels, and Kevin Samuels was saying that he doesn't he's going to stay away from him. So he stayed away from Satan the Sinner. So now he's friends with Satan the Sinner. So now he's beefing with him, beefing with Obsidian. What is going on? I don't know. I truly don't know. It's weird. Like I'm talking to myself. I don't hear anything. I'm just seeing myself move. I don't hear anything. So to me, this is this is new and this is different. I don't know how to articulate that. But so yeah. So get into this beef. Okay, so you can hear me. Okay, cool. So yeah. So everyone feels though that they're upset with Kevin Samuels about him taking a picture with the Saint in the Center. So also on Bernard's channel, Bernard showed a clip where Game Changer, peace. Thanks for coming in. So they showed a clip, right, where Saint in the Center was like, he said that like, hey, I apologize for any past discretions or whatever, and let's take a picture. So Kevin Samuels was like, let's do a video. They did a video. So basically they squashed the beef. But other people in the manosphere is like, wait, no, don't squash the beef. You got Satan the Sinner talk crap on you on his live streams. So why is he then wanting to squash the beef? So then he went on his live stream and was still talking about the beef. So did he really squash the beef or did he clout chase on Kevin Samuels? Because we all know that Kevin Samuels, he is the person to clout chase on, right? If you clout chase on Kevin Samuels, you get cash apps, you get views, you get all these different things. So in this time, Kevin Samuels is the person who you will want to talk about to get your views up. So everyone is not feeling that. They're like, wait, no. Kevin Samuels, you should have not took a picture with the Saint in the Center because what he did was snake you. You should have known that from his past, previous streams or whatever. So I don't know. Like, do we thrive off of beef? Do we need beef to fuel the conversation? Do we need that? KBM, you are junk DNA. Okay, I've never seen you before, but hey, Okay, this is a new name for me. I'm not sure if you've been around in these spaces, but um, welcome. Um, sub, what's up, sub? Thanks for coming in. Beef, sub, cut it out, sub. You know there's always beef in these spaces. You know there's always something to beef about. And shout out to sub for coming in. Cash God, thanks for coming in. Dave Towel, thanks for coming in. He said yes for 3 years or more. But we know that we need these beef to fuel us. You know, in a sense, it's like that chocolate that we like to eat, right? We like to get a little bit of the beef. We like to indulge in it, right? It's very juicy. It's very juicy, like Wendy Williams with her mouth waters with the juice. Juicy. So we do get into these beefs and we do like it. We like to hear about it. Shout out to Cool Jen for coming through. Thank you for coming through. But my thing is, do we create these beefs just for the intention, just for the clickbait? Do we do these different things just to make the money? Right? I'm not mad at it. If you want to make money off the clickbait, hey, by all means. But when does it get too far? The beefs and you meeting up in the catch a flights, right? Because the beef can turn into the let's catch a flight. I'm gonna catch a flight. You know, you Negro, I'm catching a flight. You know what you doing over here? So to me, it could definitely get volatile if we don't control it. But you know, so where do we go with this beef? To me, I don't really think that the Satan Center truly had beef. When I looked at the information, he was just talking his smack, right, to his viewers. Darth Low, hey Darth Low, catch a flight, nigga. He was talking smack to his viewers or whatever, trying, basically getting clout. And to me, there's nothing wrong with getting clout. If I'm on another person's chat who have more views or more viewers than me, I want some clout. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Give me some clout. I need clout. Give me clouts, give me clicks, give me views. If you have something that I like, an interest or topic that I may like, yeah, let me jump on that too. So I don't have no problem with taking anybody's topics and twisting it to my own. Well, this is my first live or what? Well, my second live. I did do like a test live a long time ago, but I don't have no problem with doing that. And I think everyone takes something from everyone anyway. So what's the issue with that? There's no issue with those things. But my thing is, we beef with people, right? But is it warranted? I know that on Bernard's show, Obsidian, he got really upset because Minister Jap, he came in and he was upset with Obsidian because Obsidian is close to Kevin Samuels. He's like, they call Obsidian Kevin Samuels guard dog, right? He's this number one, rooter, with the pom-poms, which is okay. But my thing is, why do you genuinely have a beef with Obsidian? Obsidian was confused about that too. Obsidian was like, wait, take your beef to another man. And I think men should address men and women should necessarily stay out of those fights. And Jap should, if he had concerns about Kevin Samuels, address Kevin Samuels. Don't come to everybody else on everybody else live streams discussing that. Like, no, that's not really good. Hey, Chris G, thanks for coming in. American Negro, thank you for coming in. Yeah, you've been a long time subscriber. I haven't done anything. He said, dang, I've been subscribed to Buckner. Sexy Red, hey, thanks for coming in. The Trinity Time Travel, thank you for coming in. Yeah, but I just feel as though that when it comes to the beef, I think a lot of these beefs can definitely be controlled. Because what's the end game, right? There's the end game to this. Content creators have a goal, and they should always have an end goal. And why do we incorporate beef in that? Why are we not just here doing our content, making money, and let that be that? Why do we drag this on and it gets personal, with the doxing and all of these different things? Why do we do those things? Um, so yeah. Oh wait, I'm sorry, cause my thing. How do I can't hear nobody, but how do I allow how do I drop the link? Oh, love, peace, and penthouse. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate that. I don't know how to drop the link. How do you drop the link in this StreamYards? Can someone tell me how to drop the link? But back to these beefs that's going on. And at the end of the day, Kevin Samuels is always going to be the hot topic. Kevin Samuels, he's he is the hot topic. He's making different moves, right? So, and it's okay to eat off of to eat off of Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels, he does his content and he uses his topics to eat off other people too. So, I'll copy and paste in the chat. I don't know. Copy and paste what? Trinity. I don't know what the copy and paste, but um, yeah, that I don't know how to do. But I feel as though that everyone can eat off of each other, but it doesn't necessarily have to get into a beef. Why do we have to beef to eat? Can I eat the beef without really beefing with anybody? Is what I want to know. American Negro, what are you talking about? Go to invite. Oh, Rude said go to invite, copy to clipboard, then paste in chat. Go to invite. What invite? I don't see an invite, Rude. Go to invite. Okay, go to wait, let me see. Oh, wait. All right. Y'all gotta bear with me. Go to invite, copy to clipboard. Okay, copy to clipboard. Okay, I see. Then paste in chat. Okay. That was very easy to do. Now I'm gonna post the link in the chat for you guys to come up to join. And I just want to get you guys' opinion on these beef. Do you think the beef that's going on, is it real beef? If it's a true beef, is it warranted? Do we need to stop with the beef? Do we need solutions for what we have going on, or is it is what it is? Let me know. I don't know, but I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and you guys come up, please. All right, so I posted the link in the chat. I want you guys to join me. Rude, I definitely want you to jump up on here. Nouradine, hey Nouradine. Thanks for coming through. Mela. Oh, definitely Mela. You got to jump on here, Mela. I need Mela on here too. Um. Oh, wait. Okay. I see. Okay, Mela. What do I do? Oh, add to. Okay, let me click on Mela.
Hello.
Mela? Wait, did I add you, Mela? You're
Hello.
added, Mela, right?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you, yeah, can you hear
Hello.
me?
Yes, I can. Man, I'm just really delighted that you're doing so well. Look, shout out to Rude for advertising. I came here through Rude. He put a live stream link up there. So shout out to the best advertiser
Thank
in
you,
Black
Rude.
YouTube. But as far
Oh,
as the title goes,
Rude, that's my
yeah,
guy there,
he was
Rude.
looking out for you.
Yeah, thank you, Rude.
Yeah, everybody came through.
Yeah,
So did. Yep.
Rude, that's my number one
I
guy
always
right
give
there.
credit where credit is due. I always do that. um, and being honest, right? As far as your title's concerned, the Black Manosphere started out with guys that I won't say that were disgruntled, but they found in common problems about family court issues. Like they noticed that they were all struggling with what they deem to be an injustice about family court. And then eventually the single brothers started coming in griping about their relationships with women, period. And eventually, as the population grew, it became a monetary opportunity. You see what I'm saying? Because brothers started noticing they were getting monetary support. And so then they started making opportunities for one another to continue that monetary support. What I observed had happened during this time until now is that it's kind of hard to let go of the beef because that's what sells. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Actually,
there are
not actually
people.
that's not true.
Okay, nice to hear you again, Nerdine.
Hey, what's going on? I'm just checking in because I'm getting ready to go to work and
Hey,
everything like that.
Nordine, thanks for coming
Hey,
on.
It's
yeah,
just
I only got maybe like a couple minutes because I got
my
to start
humble opinion. It doesn't have to be a
my
fact.
12-hour shift. I got to start a 12-hour shift at night, so you know how that goes.
You
And I
got the
work
flow,
for
man.
yeah. What I was saying was is that a lot of brothers that had problems, they seen that you know they probably seen like their family member who's a brother going through it, you know, going through the court system, which is unfair and unjust. Because I went through the court system in a divorce settlement, you know, in a divorce proceeding. So I found a little bit of common ground as far as like, you know, alimony, having to pay alimony. And the thing about it is that, let's say you do miss your alimony payments or your child support payments, they know that the government, as far as the courts, are going to throw you in jail. We
Mm.
know this. So the best thing for us to do is, you know, to kind of have a shared experience, so that way other brothers don't get trapped in that. That's what the Manosphere was about. But hey, listen, I gotta go, Miss Naima, and nice show,
Thank you
because
for
I gotta
jumping
get ready
on,
to go.
Nordine.
Yeah, I gotta go work these 12 hours and you know all that stuff. So see you
Go
guys
ahead.
later.
You gotta make
Mhm.
those
All right,
donuts.
stay safe and be sure to
Thank you.
listen in while you can.
I will. I will. I'll try.
All right, be safe. That was good for
Go
him
ahead.
to
Hey,
chime in.
Rude. Thanks for jumping on.
Oh, the marketing
Oh,
genius
first,
himself. Hey,
nah,
Ruth.
no. Hey, what's up? What's up? First off, congratulations to you, Naima, on your first live stream. Okay. What's up, Mella? How you doing?
All is well, thank you. How are you?
Okay. I'm all right. I'm all right. Can Naima hear
That's
me?
good.
I can hear you. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. My bad. I said congratulations. My bad. You ignored that. All right. You good. You
Oh
good.
no, I thought you was, going, you were saying more. Thank you, Rude. I don't
Oh,
know how
nah,
to
no
do
problem.
this, so thank you for telling me how to
That's
do
what. That's
this.
why I was gonna come up here to help you. Like what you? All right, look. This is what you do, right? You did the invite, so you know how to copy and paste the link to the actual chat room, right? So like when you get ready to end your broadcast, on your top right, it should say end broadcast, right? You see it in big red?
I do see that.
Okay, yeah. So before you leave, don't leave the studio like Tabitha. End your broadcast. You know what I mean? So you can end the stream all the way, right? If you want to share, if you ever want to share anything, right, you go to share at the bottom of your screen. You see it?
Okay, I see the share. Where?
Okay,
So
that's it.
I
That's
hit
if you
share.
wanted to share. Yeah, that's if
How
you
do
wanted to
share
share.
to who
Like,
though?
I mean, no, you gonna share it like it's gonna be to us. But if you wanted to share anything on your computer, you get what I'm saying? Like
Okay,
when you
like
have,
if I want to like share a video or something.
yeah, you want to share a video
Yeah.
or share some pictures, share, whatever you want to share, a
Okay.
news article. Yeah, you share that way. And when it pops up, it's gonna give you the options. It's gonna give you what you want to share, right? So whatever you have open, your tabs that you have open, it's gonna give you an option to click on those, and you can share that to us. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
That's how
Yeah,
they
because I
work.
wanted to share a little bit of a video that I saw, so
Okay,
I
well you
do
can
want
do
to
that. If you
share
got if you
that.
got if you got to open another tab, you can actually do it right now if you want to.
I don't have it open in another tab though right now.
All right. Well, you got to get open another tab first, and then um, if you want to adjust your volume, what you do, you go to settings. Try it real fast. Go to settings.
What my volume I can adjust on my computer. Is there something different when
No,
I
no,
do
no,
it?
no, no, no. No, it's something. No, no. That's your computer volume. I'm talking about your stream
My
your volume, right? You go to set.
okay, go to settings. Okay.
You go
Okay.
to settings, and you go to audio. Go to audio,
Good audio. Okay.
and you see like where it say volume, like you should see two check boxes, two blue check boxes. One, the second one up under it. What does that say?
It says echo cancellation,
All right. Go to the second one.
stereo audio.
All right. Uncheck it.
No, it's not checked.
All right, it's not checked.
No.
So I mean you can manually lower it, or you can raise it up.
And then my third one is automatically adjust mic volume.
Okay, well that's the one I'm talking about. That's the one. That's
I
the
don't
one.
have a mic volume. I don't have a mic tied into my computer.
No. It's still like how you speaking right now. It's still your volume, your mic that you're speaking.
Okay.
How we hear you.
So that's checked.
Uncheck it. Uncheck it real fast. Uncheck it. Yeah, uncheck it.
Okay. Okay.
And you can raise it all the way up. Yeah, try to raise it all the way up and see how loud you get.
Okay. Am I loud?
Yeah, you loud. And try to raise it all the way down and see how low.
Okay. I'm gonna go all the way low. Am I low?
See, you real low. See, yeah, we can't hear you. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So am I loud now?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
back.
you're
You
perfect
put
now, but it did make a difference.
perfect.
Absolutely.
It made a difference?
Yeah, it's a difference. Yeah,
Yep,
and you can do
okay.
that. And you can do that to anybody else on your panel too. You can actually go to the actual mic settings, and you can raise their volume up or lower it if you ever feel like somebody's over talking you or whatnot. You can lower their volume if you want to.
Okay. I'm getting the rude. Okay, the rude 101
Mm-hmm.
of Rude
And,
Live 101.
remember to tell her how to put the names in the icon spaces if she wants to do that as well.
Yeah, I don't know how to do
The names of the
that.
icon. You talking about
Yeah,
our name or her
when a
name?
person, no, our names, like when we get on a panel or whomever gets on the panel, you know how a person's name shows up underneath their icon.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't see your names.
Okay, because you have your Cash App banners up. If you remove the banner, for instance, just do it for like a real second, like real quick. Remove your Naima Buckner Matter, the Cash App banner.
Oh,
Okay.
that's how you do it. Oh,
Okay, when
okay.
I
Yeah, go to
got it.
banner.
I
Okay, I
learned
see.
something. Okay,
There
there
you
you
go.
go.
See, there you go. See now you got it. See now all right. So now you can go to my name, for instance, right? Go to my name. Click on the little three dots on the right.
Okay.
All right, you see where it say edit name or edit my mic volume, my mic settings.
Edit mic settings, yeah.
All right, go to the name, like go to my name, and you can just change my name to whatever you want to change it to real quick. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, I can't click on it. No. It just says
You can't click on you can't
no.
click on my name. Now I normally give you an option to click on a person's name. You can change their name if they up here with a crazy name. If you don't like, you can change their name.
No, when I click on the three dots, it says Rue. I can't do anything with that.
Yeah.
I'm clicking on it. No. I could remove from stream, solo layout, mute, edit mic settings. That's it.
Edit might say, okay, well damn, you got me on that one. Normally give you a chance to go to name. Like you can edit name. Go ahead, Mella.
Maybe it's a left-right thing with the mouse. Maybe when she clicks on your name, she has to actually like left click with the mouse or something. I don't know.
It just
but I know people can't change names. I know that.
So what?
Yeah,
so I noticed
definitely.
that. So why can't my banner run across the thing? I don't have that.
All right, you have to go to banners, and you got to go to the scrolling. It's a scrolling banner. You got to click. You got to check that. All right, so let me show you what I mean. Right, go to banners on the right side.
Uh-huh.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Do you see let's say it should be the second one. Let's say if you want to put a text in it, and it could give you an option to be able to check it, and it'll say you can scroll. It'll scroll if you check it. See, not that banner. No, not that banner. It's the one gonna be at the bottom. It's one at the bottom. Not that one. Not that one. No, those are banners that you put up for yourself. We talking about the scrolling banner at the bottom.
I
think that's good. Well, that's not it. That's not it. On your banner, it should be like the second or third one, maybe the second one, right? If you can put a text in it, right? But then on top of that, you can actually click. You can click scrolling, like scroll the banner. You can click that too and save it.
Okay, see, I don't see that. So okay, we'll just leave that because I don't.
All right,
see
we'll
that.
do that next time. Okay. I know we can do that next time. We can do that next time.
Oh, third.
I mean, if you want
thanks for coming, third. Bud, thanks for coming. LCN, thanks for coming. RPR, Naima Buckner, don't do that. Shit. Now, even if you make a better argument than a MF, then you don't have to lower their volume. Integrity and honesty is the key. Okay, RBR. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you.
Oh my
Okay, so
Hey, look, so
goodness.
look.
RBR said you could change their name in Zoom, but not in StreamYards. Third Ward, thank you for coming.
Now,
Trinity,
play. I
thanks for
want you to
coming
play
to
with
the
it. I'm
panel.
gonna come. I'm gonna come back up. I'm gonna come back up later. Hey, just play with it. Get the feel of it. I'll come back up if you're kind of confused about anything. Hey.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Cool,
All right.
Jen. Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I want you
I
guys.
gotta step away too. I gotta get some things together. I'm so pleased you're here, and I'm gonna
Well,
listen in.
thank you for
Well,
coming
I'm
up,
gonna try. I'm gonna try to listen in. I gotta actually make a run. You know, um, I'm just so pleased you're here.
Thank
Um,
you for coming up. I appreciate you.
yeah, I hope to click back in soon. Okay, peace and blessings. Bye.
Okay, you too. Thank you for coming, Mela. Bronzeberg, thanks for coming to the chat. Tank Johnson, I haven't seen you in a minute. Thanks for coming. So, what are you guys? What's you guys' opinion on what's going on with these beefs in this manosphere space? There's always the beef every angle you turn. What are your guys' opinion on this beef? This current beef?
Oh, well, I don't really have no opinion on it. I just wanted to come up and support you on your first live stream. After years, it's good to see you. I'm excited about, I'm excited about this.
I know, Trinity. You've been in this space for quite some time too.
Yeah, so this is my first time me hearing you and your commentaries. I'm excited about what you're gonna be talking about, and I'm gonna pull up on you. I also wanted to tell you that your Cash App logo there, right underneath. You know how you click it to make it come on the screen. You know that there should be like a little square box underneath it that says scroll. If you click it,
I was trying to find the scroll. I don't.
yeah,
Let
it's
me
right.
see.
It's right. Yeah. So instead of taking it off, look at. I think there's an edit or something like that. There should be a
Let me
box
see.
that says
Edit. Oh, okay.
scroll. Yeah. Click the scroll. It says
Let's
scroll.
see.
Yeah, there you go. See that?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trinity.
And also, you can also drop your link, your Cash App link in there and pin it to the thing. Also, so people can hit the link directly, and that'll be a lot easier for them to do. People.
Yeah, see, I don't. Okay, so that I don't know how to do for sure. No.
Yeah, all you do is just copy your URL link, for the Cash App, and copy it and paste just like you did the StreamYard link, and then
Okay.
now you can't pin it directly from StreamYards, but if you go on your phone and go to your chat box, you can pin it from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that.
Hey, Naima, how you doing?
Hey, cool, Jen. Hey,
Yeah.
what, my brother? I'm glad to see you here. What's going on with you?
Oh man, everything going pretty well. You beat me to this topic though. This is an excellent topic though, man. Shout out to you. Congratulations on your first actual live stream. That's awesome. I gotta show some love support because you always supported us throughout the years that I have been making content on my channel. And shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to brother Logan, Trinity, and Bronzeberg. But this is an excellent topic. You beat me to it. I'm glad you're talking about it because these things need to be talked about. And are you ready for that fire? You ready for it?
I'm ready for the fire.
Cool gents, we're going to bring the fire. Shout out the third word. All right. So the title, as you see it, is The Black Manosphere Full of Solutions or Full of Beefs. And I'm going to get straight to it. It is not about solutions. It's supposed to be, but a lot of black men are bullshitting around out there. They're not trying to come up with no type of solutions. You know what I'm saying? They always beefing back and forth with each other and stuff. Who's more alpha? Who's more beta? They're not doing anything to help build up the brothers and stuff as of now. That's what I'm seeing, throughout the years that I've been here now. So that's why I kind of decided to do my own platform, and talk about real things that a lot of people aren't really talking about. And I'm going to tell you who keep all the beef going. It's the old heads. And I'm gonna be real honest. The KSs, K to the I to the S, the Obsidians, all of them, they keep all the stuff going, man. You know what I'm saying? They not about any type of solutions though, man. They here to keep a lot of us black men and black women divided and stuff, man. I'm getting really sick and tired of it. And that's why it's time for a lot of righteous brothers and sisters to stand up, man, and call this stuff out. A lot of y'all millennials and Gen Z that's listening right now, though, man, y'all see how these old heads are, man, it's keeping us divided. Stay away from them because they don't want to see none of us come together at all. I'm going to keep it 1,000%, man. I'm real sick and tired of this, though, man. You know, because all they care about is getting their money, stuff like that. They don't care about any of us on here. Any of the people that's watching them right now, they don't give a damn about y'all, man. And I have to come up here and say this, though, man, because nobody else don't want to keep it real. I be the bad guy who take all the smoke now.
So Cool Jen, so you believe it's the, as they say, the old niggas that's creating the problems for the young niggas?
Yes, it's the old Negroes. It's the old niggas. They the ones to keep all the division going. I've been noticing it for like the past few years that I've been watching it, and how they take advantage of a lot of the younger men that's been hurt from previous relationships and some of the women and stuff, and they have each other going at it with one another, putting the younger men down, and they have the toxic women come over in their spaces and stuff like that to help put the younger men down and the toxic men. And I said, man, these guys ain't even about building nothing, man. But they full of crap, though. I don't want to cuss over here, but you know, I respect your channel and stuff. But I gotta keep it 1,000 because a lot of those particular type of big spaces, you know what I'm saying, they're not really about helping the younger black men out. They got that baby boomer mindset. It's pretty much the baby boomers though, man, truth be told. And feel the Gen Xers too.
So what would you say? Because you mentioned Obsidian. I know Obsidian was saying that he wants to bring black men and black women together because he has made a turn from his previous previous content, and now he says that it's important in a sense that black men and black women kind of get along, but those who want to get along in a sense. Those who don't won't, right? But those who do will.
Yeah, it's just pretty much for the like-minded men and women. You know what I'm saying? Go and find your area where you're accepted at. You know, righteous people come on one side, then you got, you know, the people that's not really doing it, you know, stay on their side. But
that's the 1, 2, 3.
Do what we do and not let the wicked come and separate us, because that's what they're doing, these different entities out here. So we got to make sure we're on the right path that we're supposed to be on.
Okay, no, I respect your opinion, Cool Gent. You know, you've been in this space, and you've been. Wait, hold on, RBR. I respect your opinion, Cool Gent. You've been in this space just as long as I've been, I believe, and you have your own channel as well, and you voice your opinion. And I think it's really important because honestly, the little guys always matters, right? In these different things, and the little guys, you know, we're the little people, right? Your opinion, RBR.
Oh, I know what's happening. I know what happened.
I'm gonna mute you, RBR.
Go ahead now.
Okay. Yeah, so you know, you have given a lot of important information too that I respect, because you are, you know, a good brother, and a lot of the good brothers, they would say, will be overlooked. I don't know who's okay, who's not.
Hey, RBR, this was
Again, I'm muting RBR's mic, and then it gets unmuted. So
that means he's unmuting himself.
Okay. Hey, Bronzebird. So yeah, you are a good brother, Cool Gent. So I think that your you know, your voice should be heard, especially the good brothers. You know, definitely, because you know we respect the good men. And for me, let me make my declaration here now. I'm here for those men and women, whoever they choose, whoever they want. I'm okay with it. If it's under the context of, you know, without the animosity, without the vitriol, without those things, I'm okay with it. So, who's okay? Let me see. Okay, that's you, Kojent. So, yeah. So, I take you as a from our perception, Cool Gent, you are a good brother. And I respect that. And I respect men. I respect men who stand up men, right? Good brothers who will protect, who will provide, who will make a way for their family. I respect that to the utmost degree. So I will just put that out there. I may not say that again, but I'll say that right now.
Naima, I just came to say hi real quick. I'm at work. I just wanted to come up and say hey, and I love you, and I miss you.
Hey, Khadija, thanks for coming up. When are you coming back to Philly?
I am going to make a trip there ASAP. I'm trying to finish school because this is my last semester, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish school out, and then that might be my next trip.
Okay, yes. And Khadija is another sister here. She's working. She's working hard. She's making a way for herself, and we have to respect those women who's making a way for themselves. We cannot put sisters down that want to make a way for themselves. We got to stop that. But thank you, Khadija. I love you.
You're
And thanks for
welcome.
coming
I love
through.
you too, and I miss you too. But I'll let you know when I like a few weeks before I get ready to come back and visit because I'm past due actually.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Is all the snow gone?
There's no snow.
There's no snow. Okay, I just got to make sure because I ain't about y'all life with all that snow.
Okay, it's no snow.
But yeah, y'all have a good night. I love you all.
Okay, you too. Bronze Bird, did you want to jump in? I saw you. Did you want to jump in on this?
All right, so check this out, B. Check this out. When we're talking about the topic, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, you're gonna be called a pick me. It's all good. Nah, man.
I know, but Bronze Bird, I'm not. I don't want to be a pick me. I'm being honest. I'm not a pick me.
I know. Because I know brothers that I have a conversation with you, they'll try that. But check this out, yo. So when talking about the quote unquote manosphere, I started coming to my senses and understanding how these brothers think. Yeah, it's full of beefs. It seems as if you got people from different sectors, quote unquote, that's coming into the manosphere. I backed out. I backed out of that. I just do my business. I do my content and roll with who I roll with. But it never really was about solutions as far as I'm concerned. It was always just about, what I'm saying, dudes having conversations against those divestors and those women out, so-called black women out there that got something against so-called black men. And I told them to leave them alone, but they don't listen. You know what I'm saying? And so these dudes are just going back and forth with each other, talking about stuff that don't matter. Gossip. What happened last week from a panel. I see a lot of dick riders that's riding for the top tiers of the quote-unquote space when one of them is not even claiming y'all and not even claiming the space itself, but we ain't going to talk about who that is. Feel me? So what I got to say is at the end of the day, I peeped the whole entire thing. I'm not mad. Get your bread, get your money. But I noticed everything that's what's up. So yeah, that's what I think. And if dudes is talking about solutions, they know exactly what they got to do. They have to stop. They have to stop allowing those. That's going to cause a lot of chaos. Going to cause a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? Number one thing they should stop doing is having conversation with those divestors. They should stop that automatically. But they don't listen. And then they need some more cojones because they need to stop dealing with those dudes out there that's not even claiming y'all. You feel me?
Bronze Bird, let me ask you, who are the biggest divestors, men or women? Give me your honest answer.
Only women divest. Men don't divest.
Men. Okay, so you're saying that men doesn't divest, and I respect that answer because I respect that because men just want to go where they want to go, right? They may go here, they may go there, they may go over there. So I understand that point, but to me, I feel as though that men are the biggest divestors.
Well, Naima, the reason I say men don't divest is because we didn't create that term. We didn't go up. We didn't sit up there and use that as a term. I understand that's probably geared towards interracial dating, but we didn't use that term. Women did. So if women is going to talk about divestment, they divest. We don't divest. We just date. I mean, and honestly, all we're saying is pink is pink. You understand? The whole is the whole. Women in panties is women in panties. We just smash. Or we sit up there and get in relationships with them. We don't divest. Women do that divestment thing. We don't do that.
Okay, so women just kind of they kind of coined the term divestment
That's right.
in a sense.
That's right. Because they're angry. You know what I'm saying?
But men have always dated who they wanted to date from way back from
That's right.
time. Okay.
That's what
Now,
we
okay.
always do that. No, I didn't mean to come across as rude, but I'm just saying, us as men, we don't care about race for the most part. I mean, you got a couple of knuckleheads that care about race, but at the most, like men just like what they see. You know what I'm saying? So they go ahead and they deal with the type of women that they like at the end of the day. But they're trying to go ahead and turn this into, well, you like them better than me. You know what I mean?
Yes. And but I can respect that. I understand that when you say that. Yes, men have always been open to wanting something different from way back in the day, way back in time. So it's nothing new to black men to date whoever they want to date, no,
That's
no
right.
matter what nationality.
I just say this last thing, and I'll give it off to everybody. I just need brothers to stop with that whole entire thing. If you really don't like so-called black women, just keep them out your mouth. You feel me? Like keep on about your way, because y'all make too much content about weaves and about a chick being fat every week, bro. And I know you dudes be smashing fat chicks on purpose. Don't lie.
Oh no, not the fat chicks.
That's right. They like Lizzos. They lie about it, yo.
Okay, well, thank you, Bronze Bird. I appreciate you jumping on here.
Appreciate you. Keep doing your thing too.
Okay, all right, thank you. RBR, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I usually don't come on first shows because I'm kind of deep. I'm about 10 years ahead of everybody, so I don't like to. I like to see how it flows first. But welcome to the game. The first things that I've heard that I want to address is the problem with the manosphere is that they want to kick anybody out of the manosphere that doesn't agree with the founders of the manosphere who are making all the money and who have the most popularity. So the complaint of every person that has left the manosphere is that Kevin Samuels and the founders make all the money, and that's unfair, and that's a valid claim. All right, so nobody should be thrown out of the manosphere. Number two, people are saying, well, this is a good brother, so we should listen to the good brother. Or this is a brother who thinks white people are superior, so they want to date a white girl. And that must be a good brother because we think white people are superior, so we're going to date the brothers who think white people are superior, they're going to date the sisters. But no, if both people think white people are superior, they're not going to want to date each other. They're going to want to date white people because they think white people are superior. So what we should be doing, women that want black men have to stop saying that black men who date white women are dating whoever they want. Because if black men really, truly, and seriously embrace their black race and culture and reject the myth of white supremacy, they're not going to wait to date a white woman. They're going to want a black woman. They're going to want the chocolate slimmies. So, but black women who believe whites are superior, they don't want to date black men who exclusively date black women. And that's the problem. Why is the
Wait,
standard of
RBR.
black men the sellout, brother?
Wait, RBR, you said black women don't want to date other black men who date black women?
Yes, exclusively date black real brothers. We call them real brothers for short. They don't like real brothers. They covet black men who covet whiteness.
I don't
And
know
black
about that,
men, they
RBR.
want a black woman dipped in. They want a white woman dipped in chocolate. Now, why would you, as a black man, want a black woman who wants a white boy? Why would
RBR.
you, as a black woman, want a black man who wants a white girl? I can't figure it.
No, but listen, RBR. See, I don't listen. Black women have never been into the swirling thing. This is a new thing. So to say that black women
see, that's a
don't
lie
like,
because it was called
but wait,
slavery.
hold on. But listen,
It was called slavery.
listen.
It was called Creole. It was called leveling up.
RBR. Wait, listen. Let me finish.
It's called divesting. Go ahead. Go ahead. What happened?
you can't. Well,
You're
RBR, you
muted,
can't.
Naima.
RBR, you can't really count dating, interracial dating during slavery, actually dating, because that was more forced than it was an option. It was more. It wasn't really an option. It was more forced. So.
Sorry, excuse me. Just
Right,
one
but see
thing here.
that's the lie they tell. But I
Well,
think
that's
it's
not a
forced
lie.
today.
If you
I
have a
think that
slave master that
well,
wants to date you, you don't really have a choice.
okay,
That's
all
true,
right.
but
Well, that's a
Trinity,
lie.
some black women
Well,
in
that's a
slavery
lie.
were
Well,
married to
that's a
white men.
lie. Well,
You know what I'm
that's a lie.
saying?
That's a lie.
Maya
That's a lie.
Angelou, she was with a white
It
man. Nina Simone,
power.
she was with a white man.
Okay, what is wealth? What is the bag? What is marrying up? What
Okay, what I
is
want to know,
leveling up?
RBR, is
If
how
not
would
somebody that has more
how I'm
power than
saying
you.
a lie when I say that if you have a slave owner that wants to date you, you don't have a choice
Yeah,
but to date him.
right.
Do you
Now,
know
if
that
you have
it
a
was legal
millionaire
to
that
rape
starts
your
at point
slave?
guard,
It was
but
legal
Trinity,
to rape
can
your
I
slave.
give you the argument? Trinity, please. I know your argument. I give you your argument. I'm saying that you have a point guard that starts for the Golden State Warriors and he wants to date you.
What?
You have no choice.
I'm talking. What the fuck
I
does a point
said
guard have to do with a slave master?
he's rich. He has power.
What? Okay, you know what?
Yes.
How do oh, wait, how do
I ain't
I?
going down this
Now I
rabbit
know
hole.
they want to lie, but the brother that loves you and wants to spend the rest of his life with you that doesn't start at point guard for the Golden State Warriors, he doesn't stand a chance. But Evander
When
Holyfield got 15 baby mamas. So the point
RBR,
that I'm making is I understand the lie,
Somebody
but
in
the
the chat
truth
said
is
slave masters need
women
love for
want
you.
Bill Clinton.
but listen, RBR, because to me, no, because what you're saying is you're saying that black women don't like black men who only like black women, and that
Yeah.
is far from the truth, RBR. That is so far from the truth.
Right. Well, that's far
You,
from what they're
yeah,
saying.
you are so reaching with that one.
They're
Yeah.
saying. They're saying what they believe. And I understand that while people will say what they believe, if we look at the 78% of black out of wedlock children that were fathered by black men, these men were good enough to have a baby by, but out of wedlock by definition means they weren't good enough to marry. And so Kanye West and them have all kind of wives and relationships every other week. And yes, because they have the wealth and power that is behind this whole movement to reject black men who simply want one black woman that they want to spend the rest of their lives with. All
Yeah, so we
He's
have
right
to
now.
talk about what percentage of men who want one black woman. But hold that thought, RBR. Let's get LCN on the
okay.
topic. He's been waiting patiently. Go ahead, LCN.
Okay, so well, personally, with the whole black manosphere, the manosphere in general, it's just built off of envy and jealousy. Wait, hold on. Can you guys hear me though?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe the black manosphere is just filled off of envy
Yes.
and jealousy and not really giving the flowers to those who really put in the work. You know, you have like Black Male Advice TV, Ringo TV Raw, and channels like that who've been really putting black men on the map and trying to give us game and stuff. But because their hearts have been driven by just money and greed, they don't really care about the message anymore. There has been a lack of integrity and authenticity. And that's why all these beefs are going on, because now the fake is starting to reveal itself and everything is all in shambles. And now it's leading to a whole bunch of nonsense and BS within the quote unquote manosphere. In the beginning, don't get it twisted. The manosphere was actually something that helped young black men grow and young men grow. I'm one of the young men who I'm 21 now, who listened to the red pill stuff and actually helped in the manosphere, helped about improving and being better as a man. But over time, when you really start to listen to these videos and start watching these podcasts, it went from teaching men and older men to self-improve and become better men to a dick measuring contest to see, oh, who's more alpha than who I sleep with more women than you, and it's become childish. This manosphere thing, it's like a girl, it's like a girl group. You see in those movies, when those girl movies, like, oh well, you can't hang out with us because you can't chill with us. That's what it's like with this manosphere thing. This thing went from let's build each other up as men, let's help each other self-improve and become something better and and um and expand on ourselves as men, now to just, oh, I'm more alpha than you, I'm more alpha than you, which is just leading to unnecessary beefs.
I agree. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You made some
Facts.
great points, LCN.
Shout out to you, bro. It's real talk.
Yes. All right. So let's get L. Nixon, the voice of reason. Welcome.
You know, I had to come show some love. What's going on?
What's up with you?
Not much. I see Trinity. What's going on, Trinity?
Hey, what's going on, L. Nixon?
I see my uncle RBR up there.
Good to see you, brother. Good to
What's
see
going
you.
on? What's going on to the other two brothers up there? As far as the manosphere, like, I really don't have no overall issue. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I kind of mess with who I mess with. I don't put them all in the same box. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put them all in the same box. Just like I'm not even gonna put all the divestors in the same box. I mean, it's hard for me to do that because the reason why you see heads are bumping in the manosphere and heads are even bumping in the investments because they're all not on the same page. So you know, you just listen to who you listen to, who have like-minded talks or somebody that you can get with, and the rest you just choose not to listen. That's it. That's how I look at it.
That's definitely true. Well, shout out to my girl, Sister George, in the building.
What up,
That's
sis?
my honey bunny, Danny, right there.
Hey, but I will say this though. There is a difference though. I know some of the guys that have issues with some of the ladies being around, but at least in the manosphere, the ladies are around. Some of those other channels, those divested channels, you won't even make it past the panel. I mean, well, not even the panel. You won't even make it in the chat.
Yeah.
That's a recent thing, though, L. Nixon, and I applaud the brothers for letting the women into the space. There was a time, like when Taz got booted from, he was probably the first one that I noticed that had got booted from the manosphere, and they booted him from the manosphere because they found out he was married to Nyla. Now, he shouldn't have probably been lying about that, but at that point, there were no women in the manosphere. Could you speak on that? I appreciate the change now. I love the Jessica X sphere, but what was that about at the beginning when it was black women were persona non grata on these panels?
I'm not gonna speak on that. I can't. I'm not the guy that can speak for that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What are you saying, RBR?
I would have
well,
just got recently gay and they got tired of, hard legs.
No. Well, I'm saying they would not let women in the manosphere. They figured it was the manosphere. It was a men only club.
Oh,
and when they found out that,
well, that's not gonna last very long.
Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah,
I think
so
in the
when they found out, yeah,
in the beginning where they
go ahead.
They didn't want women on the panels, but basically the men were pushing back because the content creators didn't want the women, but the men in the chat were communicating with the women, and basically the chat spoke for everyone. So they had to kind of oblige to allowing women in the space because men like to be around women. And that's to be expected. If you're a straight man, yeah, you want to be around women. You don't mind to be around your brothers. You respect your brothers. You like the information, but then you get a little dose of women on the end. You want that.
I mean, any man worth his grain and salt don't want to be hanging around hard legs all day. Don't matter what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, they went through a lot of changes too. There's different groups. You know what I'm saying? So. Well, my thing is, if that's the case, then what's the issue with some of the ladies groups that don't want men at all?
A lot, but you know what? A lot of the women, to be honest with you, they're less likely to trust men in this age because of going through past history. Women feel as though that the trust is gone because they hold men to a higher regard as far as leadership. And taking women to the next level or to that nature, and it hasn't happened. So they are less likely to trust black men. Not all, but some. Yeah, the trust is gone there.
And see, that's where I have an issue in these spaces. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to both sides, like, we have this gender war, and I'm like, listen, I know it's hard for men, you know what I'm saying, if we express ourselves sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it's not a good look. But if we don't express ourselves and then, you know, we hold it in and we become violent, then that's not a good look. And then we're called emotionally unintelligent, which is not a good look. So I just tell men to be men, like who gives a damn. But here's the thing. If you feel how you feel, express it. Women do not hold the corner store on being hurt or having feelings or being distrustful or anything. So women don't get to just say, "Well, I just don't trust men." A lot of men have issues or reasons not to trust women. Like all this stuff that we talking about, we break it down. Before we are anything, we're humans. Humans are we're hypocritical, we're lustful, we're vengeful, we lie. That's not a gender. That's humans. So it's not a
Yeah.
man or a woman thing, right? It's not a man or a woman thing. And you know, when you talk about mental health or whatever, that's not gender. You talk about now you can weigh by our nature, men are more violent, prone to violent because of the nature we are. Yes, so you can weigh the scale on that, but there's still a scale. So when it comes down to it, that's just like I have to be honest and say, look, I know a group of men that ain't shit, right? But when I'm on a panel, I'm not going to act like men ain't shit. So when women on the panel, everybody on that panel can't, or everybody in that group can't act like, look, we're all perfect moms. We all don't do this. We all don't do that. It's just the men are the reason why we're having problems in relationships. And the men are saying the same thing about women. So which one is it? Is it the men's fault or the women's fault, or it's just individuals? And some of us are lying because some of us are actually the problem.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I believe that a lot of us are our own worst enemies or our own problems. But do you believe that in the manosphere, do you think that we create beefs just for the excitement, just for the clicks and views? Do you think that we do those things
Yes.
just, yeah, because it reminds me like when you watch like the movies and stuff like that, and it's fun and it's silly to say, but it's true in a sense, right? You watch movies and you watch it, and you'll see something that's supposed to be in the future, right? But then it really actually plays out, right?
Yeah.
In a sense of kind of, like they were saying, they would mention something about like the metaverse, right? Oh, we're going to have this metaverse, and I don't believe that the metaverse is fictitious, right? To a certain degree, I believe that will come true, but they give us this future in doses. They give us what's to come in a little bit of doses, and I do believe that, in the sense that the YouTube or social media apparatus and things of that nature is what we're going to tune into, is what we're going to want to be, kind of plug into, as they say in the Matrix. You're going to want to plug into it. You're going to want those different things. So you're going to be indulged in that, which creates a different reality, in a sense, maybe outside of your own reality, but it does create a certain reality that you get pleasure from, right? The dopamine. So you get that pleasure from this other sense of reality. And I think that these beefs and things create that pleasure that people are seeking, when it's like, okay, if you feel as though you're dead kind of inside, you get that pleasure from that beef, that sense of that sense of wanting, the sense of longing. So
And Naima, to piggyback off that, what you were saying, it's also there's also a big play at hand. And what I was talking to Cool Jump before in his last live stream is that the media is a virtual resume for the world. So how we carry ourselves as black men in the media is how the world is going to perceive us. So when you have all these black men in the manosphere arguing and bickering and saying all these hateful things to one another, what do you think that message goes out into the world? It makes it seem as if black men are loud, we're obnoxious, we have no emotional intelligence, we don't have no respect for one another, and we act like full-blown delinquents. So what happens is other races, including our women, start to look at us in a negative light. Not to mention the divestment community, they kind of play along with that as well. Because check this out, when you have black men being all reckless on social media, that allows the divestment women to have information to use against us to make black men look undesirable and make every other race of men look desirable. So as
Mm-hmm.
black men, we can't be out here being all reckless on the media, because the media, like I said, is a virtual resume for the world. There's a reason why China is getting rid of the quote unquote effeminate men in their media, because they understand how they carry themselves in the media is how the world is going to perceive their nation and their people. So when you have these type of conversations conversations with black men arguing and saying all these crazy things on social media, it destroys the black man's reputation, it destroys our image, and it makes us look real bad for the whole world to see. So it's another agenda to disenfranchise and emasculate black men on a grand scale.
I mean, look,
I agree. Could I real quick, brother, say who controls? Just give me 10 seconds. Who controls Chinese media? Who controls the 99.9% conservative media owned by 6 conglomerates, including Google and YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and social media? Who controls it? Is it black people? Or is it the people that want to push the myth they are superior? Who controls our media? Who owns it? That would be the people that are doing the manipulation, not the 0.0001% of blacks that are allowed to come to black YouTube. The people who control the space control the narrative. They're the ones promoting the bottom 1% of blacks, the B1s. Not us, not my channel, not L. Nixon, but the people who own the platform. That would be Google.
Be careful of the agents around here too. It's a lot of agents.
I would say this, right? And here's the thing, right? When it comes to the community, when it comes to that, I would say, black men, we're supposed to lead, right? So, I would put that on us, but I won't put the whole thing on us. Because listen, I don't believe in giving excuse for bad behavior. Yeah, you can say, well, the men are supposed to lead, but at the end of the day, let's keep it a buck, right? That has nothing to do with self-governance, self-accountability, and personal growth. That's on the individual level. And what I hate is saying, well, you know what? Well, don't mind my response. Well, since they're not in order, I get to get away with my behavior. At the end of the day, no one escapes their behavior. No one escapes their judgment. We can try to put it on the men because the men are supposed to lead. Doesn't make a difference. You go stand in front of a judge and say anything about a man. I'm not talking about that man. You're standing in front of me. Or if you have a religious belief, when you stand before judgment, they're looking at your book. They're not looking at no man. They're not looking at nobody. Everybody has to be judged by their own personal accountability, no matter what you do. So yes, men are supposed to be the lead, but in our community, like again, we can weigh the scale, but it ain't just men that are tearing up our community. Women are also, we are tearing up, black people are tearing up our community. So we can weigh the scale and say, well, it's all on the men. It don't fucking matter. At the end of the day, kids are being affected. So we can say, well, it's more on them. It still doesn't matter. Stuff is still being done. So individually, we got to clean up our shit. So I don't like excusing no behavior. I don't. In my personal
Are you dismissing the argument that the sisters are making, though, L. Nixon, that if one man does well, does that count for all the other black men? So the sisters are saying, Mela brought this point to me. She said, if one black man is responsible, L. Nixon, does that really give a pass to Ramil and the pump and dump and the dive and flying to Puerto Rico and getting herpes? Does that really cover, if you're doing the right thing, does it cover the rest of the community?
I don't give no excuses because see, a lot of this stuff is smoke and mirrors. While we're clowning the men who the passport bros, right? On the other hand, well, fuck, you got women that do girls trips. What do you think some women do on girls trips? There's men in large cities who won't get married because they've had sex with a lot of married women. So I just cut through the bullshit. Like I don't like the smoke and mirrors and the bullshit when we talk about all this type of stuff. We back in the day, we say, well, Papa was a Rolling Stone. He did X, Y, and Z. Well, when he was doing that, he was sleeping with some of your grandmoms, and some of your grandmoms also had illegitimate kids. So like, I cut through the bullshit.
Like, but you know what, L. Nixon, and it's funny because my aunts and my aunts and them, they're connecting with their sisters from their dad's side, right? Because they found that their dad had a lot of children that wasn't claimed, so they're getting with their sisters on their dad's side that he had other children with while dealing with their mothers and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, but a lot of us are finding out that our grandmoms had kids that wasn't our grandfathers. And a lot of our grandfathers married our grandma when she had kids from other men, so she wouldn't be legitimate. Like, once again, we can weigh the scale, but when it comes to human behavior, it's not a one-sided thing.
Yeah, I mean we're human, so it's never going to be one sided, right? So
Exactly. So
let's
we can talk
let
about
me get
China, right? We can talk
let me
about.
get China White in here.
What's going on, China?
China, thanks for coming through. What
Hey,
you have to say on the topic, China?
this is your first live stream.
Yes, it
Happy.
is.
Well, I'm trying to catch up the speed on what's really going on, the topic, and etc. Hi everybody on the panel. I'm happy. Drop your cash app in the chat so we can support the stream. You are a content creator now, so I'm happy.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go to the. Let me go to my phone and stuff like that.
And I'm gonna just catch up the speed because because it's kind of like the conversation is kind of like going rearing off. So I like to catch up and see what the conversation is about. I'm gonna go on mute and listen. If I have any inputs, I'll say anything I have to say. But shout out to everybody on the panel. I'll be listening. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, China. So okay, we have Topaz. Hey, Topaz. Thanks for jumping on, honey bunny.
Hey, lady, listen, I'm going to just echo the same shit China just said. Hey, China, Nixon,
Hey, boo.
RBR, Trinity, Coogent, LPN. So one, I am happy that I was here for your first live too, because I thought that I had been missing them. I was already subbed and I was trying to figure out what's going on while somebody got to send me the link, you know? So I felt a little way, Naima, but it's okay now that I know this your first live. All right. And
I don't know. Listen, you're going to have to show me some things. I don't know how to operate through this.
Okay. Well, listen, my channel be bootleg because I'm still learning all of this stuff too. So I got to figure out. So what's the question? What y'all answering? Because I was listening to the exchange. Once I finished writing my notes and stuff. So I heard L Nixon and RBR. So what's the actual question?
So basically, is the Black Manosphere full of solutions or full of beefs?
Yeah, all right. Well, I see you starting out strong, Naima. Why not? Let's go for it.
Remember, you have no beefs. You have no beefs. Remember that.
I know. I listen. Topaz has no beefs, which is why I can recognize it, and I stay out of places. So, like, I block Ed Unchained everywhere I am. So, if you give me a wrench, Naima, he got to go. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? Because look at him. Look what he's doing.
What? Wait.
Ed Unchained is acting a damn fool in the chat. Like always.
Now, Ed, you better cut it out. Now, Ed, you've been in this space long as we did. Ed, cut it out, Ed.
I
didn't even know that
yes,
was
I'm
going
snitching.
on.
I am snitching. Okay, y'all just need to understand that. I'm telling. So
Ed,
okay. So
Ed,
answer your
stop
question,
it.
Naima. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the point. I'm gonna answer your question. I had to get some laughing out of that before I get serious. We all know the manosphere is full of beefs right now. There is no solution because everybody's too busy trying to be the only one who's right. Everybody's fighting with one another. And even the people that are trying to come up with solutions, they're being drowned out by all the BS. Now, I will say this, though. There is a time for beefs. There's a time for everything that's under the sun. So there is a time to fight and a time for beefing. However, you can't let that, stop you from looking at the overall big picture. I'm not saying anything that nobody else don't know. This is my opinion.
Thank you for that, sister.
True.
You're right, though. When you go to court, right, and you have a case, they call it an argument. Mm-hmm. Now, I call what we do an argument, and people say, I'm not arguing. No, arguing can be making a point. Yes, it could be throwing chairs at each other and shit. Yes. But when we use the word argument,
RBR, that's not argument no more. That's beyond words now. It's violence.
Well, no, but you understand what I'm saying. So when I use the word argument, I don't mean fuck you, nigga, fuck you, nigga. No, I mean that you're making your argument, and then we make our argument, and then we take the best argument and we move forward. So what we were talking about at the beginning of the discussion, and I'm glad that it has moved beyond, and I'm glad that the manosphere is now allowing women to come to the manosphere. That came as a result of the argument that, well, damn, we like women. You know what I'm saying? I've told people all the time, men don't listen to Kevin Samuels because Kevin Samuels is giving them good advice. Men listen to Kevin Samuels because they want to know what to say to a woman to get what you want from that woman. So if you have to lie to a sister and tell her you're a high value man, even though you're not, then that's what they're going to do. They're looking for pickup lines. They ain't looking for no other advice. We like women that look like the girl next door. So I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying these brothers want help. They want direction. And if your attitude is, well, they don't know, so therefore they forget them. We're not going to let them on the panel. We're not going to talk to them. We're going to dismiss them, cut your ties with them. Then they don't have a chance. When the Manosphere started out, women weren't allowed. So when the divestment community started, they don't allow men. What Chrissy was doing to Kristen Carlson, she had a valid argument. We don't hate black men. We're trying to move up in the world. And then Chrissy's saying, no, that's old women, black women are saying that. Well, before, when Loretta Devine, or not them, the older sisters was selling out, Diane Carroll and them. Well, then when Christian Carolyn and them came along, they said, oh, them women are old. We got our going our own way. We're going to run these brothers into the ground. So they had the same thing. Now, when the next generation comes along and Chrissy and them are old, they're going to be saying the same thing about them. So let's let people evolve. Let's let people say, okay, you're right. We were wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with being wrong. But if you don't let people even come into the space, if you don't agree with where we are now, and I understand that's where you are now.
And I want to say something to be tomorrow.
Well, thank you, RBR, for
go ahead.
Contributing.
Okay.
Yeah, let someone else take it from
here.
Can
I'm gonna say something real quick, Naeem, and then I'm gonna go on mute. Now here's also my view, right? Now, I get it, because the way I understand the Manosphere to have started out was it was supposed to be the barbershop. And not only women can come in there, but it's uncomfortable. I, for one, hate going in there. I don't want to listen to it. I have no desire to know what y'all are talking about in there. And it was supposed to be for the men to be able to say stuff where if they say the B word, there's no woman getting upset.
I give it to you just in case.
In the barbershop, and how they mean it. And they don't have to over-explain themselves. So in that case, I would have supported staying my ass out of the Manosphere. Okay, let them over there say what they're gonna say. They'll clean it up before they come over here and talk to us. The problem was where there would be certain people who didn't understand that, who would come out and think that they could talk to women like that. And so then the women went over there to figure out what's being said, argue and challenge everything. So I still don't have a problem with the way it started out. It just evolved into something else because people were doing and allowing stuff before they were prepared and ready to do so. So that is also my view. So I'm gonna go on mute, y'all.
Okay. I'd like to welcome Third Ward to the chat and Complex Design. Thank you guys for coming through.
What's going on?
Contribute to the conversation.
What's going on, Philly Boo? How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good. So it's official now. You a content creator now?
I'm unofficially official.
Okay. Well, hopefully this is a recurring theme, and we see you more often, going forward. But
she got tired of her teasing us with those shorts.
Oh man, get out of there! But nah, I mean it's a dope conversation.
We leave that alone.
Yeah, she do be teasing with them short, but anyway, that's another topic. But that's a great conversation, and pretty much, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cool Gen and Bronzeberg, shout out Bronzeberg, they kind of already said everything I wanted to say. As far as I think the space initially started out one way, and then it turned into something else. Now when I look at the space, it kind of reminds me wrestling, like WWE or WWF, whatever you want to call it. It's just a bunch of beef. You got everybody flip-flopping all over the place. And look, I get it, when sometimes the older you get and sometimes as life goes on, you might change your opinion, your stance on things. But I think that's totally different from just changing your stance on something or your talking points because, you see somebody else saying something that's popular or that's working, and then you want to kind of hop on that same train too. And then all of a sudden, you want to kind of be a copycat clone of what they do. I think those are two different things. And I think that's why this space is kind of going to shit now. Cause everybody want to do the same thing. Everybody's saying the same thing and everybody's doing the same topics and the same content. And I think it just gets real boring after a while. And as far as the beefs, I mean, you know how niggas do, niggas can't have a disagreement without it being some drama, without, coming at each other's head or cussing each other out. So, I mean, that's kind of par for the course, you know. But I mean, it's I kind of saw all of this coming. Like I want to say like a year and a half ago. I started to see like the trend of, like I said, just things kind of like going in this direction. And you know, we at a point now where it's like, can nobody hide their true intentions no more? It's like everybody, like we see things for what it is, and we see these people for who they are. So it's like they can't really hide it no more at this point. But that's kind of more or less what I think about the space at this point.
Yeah, facts. I agree with that. Complex Design. Welcome,
Hey, lady.
Martha.
I didn't know you were doing live streams.
What's going on, Complex?
Yeah, this
What's
is my
going on, you
first
guys?
live.
Well, congrats.
Thank you. What do you have to contribute to the topic?
I'll try to keep it short and sweet. You said, is this Manosphere about solutions or is it about beefs? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Very short and very easy. Manosphere 3.0 is about solutions. Manosphere 2.0 is about beefs. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that.
Uh-oh, shots fired.
Well, I've been firing shots. Nobody wants to return them. We don't. The thing about it is that we've proven ourselves, right? Okay. Who's gonna beef with us? Has anybody beefed with the brain trust, quote unquote?
Not from what I've seen. I've seen
anybody.
I've seen a few people have
the eye
disagreements.
can see.
I've seen a few people have disagreements with you.
Controls violence.
I've seen a few people have disagreements with you, and like
yeah, but it never went anywhere because they couldn't prove shit. So that's all. Their disagreement was just that. It was just an opinion-based disagreement. No facts, no figures, no nothing. So so we can stand on that. 3.0 is about solutions. 2.0 is about beefs. So I mean, I just stand back and I observe the people choose.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Who would be considered the 2.0?
Pretty much everybody who's about the bullshit.
I mean,
because the 3.0 standard is literally on the Brain Trust About tab, right? See, so if you read that, anybody whose channel kind of falls within that paradigm, you could consider 3.0. So perfect example would be somebody like a Dr. Dunbar. Big discussions, you know, the type of content he does.
I don't know if we know Dr. Dunbar complex. I think, okay, so 1.0 would be O'Shea.
No, 1.0 would be like that.
No,
O'Shea's
2.0. O'Shea's
2.0.
Yeah. So 2.0 consists of 2.0 from my understanding.
Angry Man, Obsidian, O'Shea, Solo, BGS, all them.
Obsidian,
yeah, Angry Man, all them.
Minister Jab.
Everybody's beefing. Everybody's beefing, basically.
But wait, so basically, so 3.0, would that be like the stream team? And
no, it wouldn't. It would be the Black Brain Trust. We're the ones who basically, the reason why you say 0.0 is because of us. That's Mike V. He came up with that. And I wrote the manifesto for 3.0. So pretty much, like I said, anything that falls within the tenets of what we laid out for 3.0, because we saw the bullshit 4 years ago. That's why we bounced from BGSs and created the Brain Trust. This shit been going on. This ain't nothing new.
Let me say this to Naeem. The reason why I think you got 3.0 mixed up with Stream Team is because I don't know if y'all remember, but last year, yeah, when O'Shea had that stream where it was him, I think Kevin Samuels and Obsidian, they were calling out.
Yeah, that clip is still up.
Yeah, they were calling out. You were calling out people from 3.0 and Stream Team. They kind of like grouped them together, but they was actually separate. So like Stream Team would be like Kuda, Ty City, Ramil, you know.
So would Ty City and Kuda be considered 3.0?
No, they'd be Stream Team. That's Stream Team. That's
who he was referring to. Yeah. And it was basically, he did it on purpose. He basically blamed us for like Taz and everybody. And
but don't you have to put Stream Team in a number?
What?
Don't they have to be in a number?
No, they just called O'Shea basically
can't, no, like I'm saying, all that's some bullshit that O'Shea came up with, right?
Yeah. He basically was accusing guys of just, you know, streaming all day and not making real content, but yet they was doing the same shit too. So
yeah, and then threw us in the shit, and we're like, what the fuck, right? See, so that's why our shit is different, and that's why I can basically sit up here and say the solutions aspect is 3.0, the beef shit is 2.0. Simply put.
Okay, but where does the women fall in?
To where?
Because it's like it's a number of women growing through the manosphere or kind of associated with the manosphere. Would they be considered in the beef of what's going on in 2.0?
For the most part, unless you You know, you're like the people that are doing like their own type of stuff.
Okay,
Right.
so
But I mean, like if you were, and you know, no shade to her, but like, so Sister George is totally 2.0, right? She gets into the shits and the mud with all that stuff, right? And you know, pretty much. I mean, I'm being real. I'm just being real. Like, if you want like an example, okay, Nicole Ali would be 3.0 because she does content about like literally her profession. She works in, you know, mRNA, you know, that whole realm of science. Okay. And she does content on it. So somebody like her would be in the realm of 3.0. So there's clear distinctions here.
Okay. What about somebody like a Kendra? Would she be considered like 2.0, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, because her stuff is basically anything relationship based.
Okay.
Anything relationship based and beef based is 2.0. 3.0
You know
is a whole different thing.
You know what? I found this, I don't want to say like maybe some months ago, but what I didn't realize is that like you and Mike V and, you know, other people that supported the Brain Trust, because I actually, you know, I watch our channel, you know, I actually have a wrench over there. But I didn't realize how long some of you guys actually been around. Like what I found out, like you guys been around since the 1.0 days, and I didn't even know that until recently. So
yeah. Yeah, we've been around for a good minute. Like basically, you know, we seen a better use for this space, but you know, I would say that the Black Manosphere and Black YouTube writ large, hell, Black social, well, it's a microcosm of the macro.
And
so what? Yeah,
I'm glad you came up there because that's what I was saying earlier. I can't really speak on that because you can't, like, everybody wants to group the Manosphere together because they see the 2.0. They're locked in on that, right? And to be honest, a lot of those people who claim that they're responding to it, they're pretty much just making a coin off of the stuff themselves, and they have the same rhetoric themselves. It's just on the other side. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you broke that down because, you know, if people don't take the time to actually look at a group and say, well, or kind of divide them because they just like focus on the sensationalism, it's kind of like me saying, you know, going on the other side, right? Because I took the time to actually listen and I see what's going on. That's like me saying all divestors are the same and they all they're on the same page, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? They're not. So
I mean, you know, as far as like the divestor stuff, man, I don't even touch that shit. I don't even know. I don't even care.
Let me jump in there. So do you guys think that? Do you think that the beefs are valid, or is it just a paper chase to beef?
No, beef is literally that, like that. Okay, if it just my own honest opinion on it, like, motherfuckers really don't have shit going on in their lives. Like, let's just jump right there with it. Like, that's. Do you realize how much an utter complete fucking waste of time, like 85% of the Manosphere content is? It's a literal waste of time. I mean, like, what do you actually take away from it? The last live stream that we did, a brother literally put in a chat, you know what? This live stream inspired me to start planning a business. When the fuck do people leave comments like that, right, in the comment sections of live streams when Mike V or myself aren't on it? When does that happen?
Good point.
Real talk.
Let me ask you something real quick, and you can, if I'm wrong on this, you can correct me, Complex, because you've been around longer than me. But the reason why 2.0 gets kind of like recognized more than any other part of the man or any other, I guess, 0.0 of the Manosphere is because when 2.0 came into the mix, that's when people's channels started to get monetized and AdSense revenue came in. Isn't that why they get kind of like the recognition more than any other group?
No, they get recognition because basically what they all decided to do was to get together and block out channels like ours, right? Edward Anderson basically let the cat out the bag, and then Solo TV 84 last week on Ramil shit said the same thing. So
I remember that.
we all right, and then you go and look up the clip where it was on Obsidian's live stream. The clip is up, man. Just look it up. 2.0 versus 3.0 or some stupid shit. And it was on Obsidian's live stream. You had Obsidian, Kevin Samuels, Solo TV 84, and O'Shea that was the live stream where Third World was talking about, right? And they basically said right there, like, there's certain channels we shutting down. So they said it, Edward said it, like, we know what it is. So
basically what you're saying in a nutshell is that you got certain niggas behind the scenes dirty making on channels like yours and
Dirty
others.
macking like a
Yeah.
motherfucker. That's why I be
Yeah.
pulling up. That's why I be pulling up. Because I know what time it is, man. We've been around a long time. And I be seeing people play dumb, man. Playing hella stupid.
So is it all about the? So basically, the beefs is really basically all about the click and views.
That's all it's about. That's why I said
And the
anybody
money.
who's doing that shit ain't doing shit with their lives.
That's facts complex. That's real talk right there, man. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Like I said, it's the old niggas, man. It be them though, man. It ain't the younger ones.
Young niggas too, and Gen X niggas, and millennial niggas, and Zennial niggas. It's all these niggas, man. All of them.
Well, you know what? You know,
when it be the old niggas though, they pass that shit on to the next one, man. It be some of them.
I think y'all both got a point. I think it's certain individuals though. I think it's, and we know who they are. We ain't really got to be saying no names because they've already showed their hand. But it's those individuals that we was kind of speaking on earlier that if you're not part of their crew or their clique, they try to like sabotage what you're doing behind the scenes, and they telling other content creators, hey, don't work with this guy, don't work with that guy, don't bring him on your show. So it's a bunch of a lot of this shit remind me. It's like that high school shit.
I'll give you another example. So Edward Anderson tried to tell Rael straight to his face that the Black Brain Trust don't talk about business. I said,
oh yeah, I was in the chat. I remember that. I was in the chat.
I said, oh really?
Yeah, you was going in.
I threw a post up. Well, first of all, I had to chin check him for that shit, and then I threw a post up challenging him and BGS to literally do a response video to the last fucking Black business talk that I did. I'm like, Jesus Christ, we have videos titled Black Business Talk. You go around purposely telling people that we don't talk about business. See there? That's that dirty Mac and shit.
Yeah, I was there in the chat, bro, when all that went down. So I remember all of that, and I was surprised because, like I said, I watch y'all content,
This
so I know.
full of dirty Macs.
Yeah, I watch y'all content, bro. So I know what y'all be talking about. I know he was full of shit when he said that. I was just like, damn. So
My thing is this: I don't understand why people try to discredit the Brain Trust when the Brain Trust was here for years. I don't understand that. And every time I go to the Black Brain Trust, they always talking about business, crypto, etc. So it's kind of like, are the content creators that's talking about relationships trying to, take shots at people that's mostly towards business? Because when I look at the Manosphere, I don't see myself as Manosphere. But when I look at the Manosphere, I see the Manosphere is supposed to talk about money and relationship and dealing with women and dealing with whatever men talk about. So why does the shots get thrown at the Black Brain Trust if y'all not even making the same type of content? They do more reviews. They do more review type of content based on another content. They're not actually doing their own content.
And this is the reason why, China. And the thing about it is that you've been on the Sapio live streams before. Okay. So are those conversations, if they're about relationships, are they combative?
No.
Are men and women yelling?
It's no gender war type of conversation.
How's the conversation go? You've been there. How do they go?
It's building. It's more
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why.
You know what? Let me add to that, and I totally agree with what y'all saying. And Topaz can attest to this. Like the one thing, the one thing I can say that the complex is telling the truth on is that anytime, even if you like faces, I'm gonna use me, Topaz, and Brandon channel. Now we don't talk about the same stuff the Brain Trust talks about, but we stay in our own lane, we do our own thing. We really stay away from Manosphere content. Anytime you're a channel that you have your own identity and you do your own thing and you don't talk about what everybody else is talking about, like people are going to always hate on it because you're not falling in line with what they're doing and you're not copying off of them so they can say, oh, he's trying to steal my thunder, or he's taking talking points from me. So anytime you're an originator in the space and you're doing your own thing, it doesn't matter what you're talking about.
You're gonna catch shit.
Yeah, you won't catch hell. And like I said, me and Topaz know that personally, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it be. If you're not following the leader or whoever everybody's favorite leader is in this space or so-called leader, then they're gonna hate on you.
And third, you and
can you get the
bro?
Can I ask a question real quick?
Wait, hold on. Complex wanted to, he said something to me. I just want to hear what you said. What you said, bro?
We're supposed to do it. We're supposed to do a weed live stream, bro. Remember?
Yeah. We still could do it, bro. Let me know. How matter of fact, I'll put my email in the private chat.
Okay.
So I do have a
All right, I just had a question to what
Ellie.
L. Nixon was
The
saying.
host was saying something.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, okay, go RBR, go ahead, ask your question.
Okay, my question is this: are we 100% sure that we're getting the best idea if we stay in our own lane and exclude all ideas? I like it when somebody takes an issue that I've brought up, even though they think it's beef. If you taking it like the brother accused me of getting the white genetic annihilation argument from Dr. Francis Cress Wessling, and I said, in a way, I did. Why? Because white people were saying that they have to exterminate black people because black people's genetics was stronger than white people's, and our genetics were going to eliminate theirs. White racist genetic annihilation at the hands of black people. I got it from the same place Dr. Wessling got it from. She got it from white people. So he made this thing saying, you got that from Dr. Francis Cress Wessling. I did. Because she got it from the same place I got it. From white people are saying that. We have to get rid of you or we won't survive. So am I supposed to say that was her lane? I shouldn't comment on what
No,
Dr.
you cite
Wessling
your
said?
source. No, you cite your source.
Yeah, it was the people, the white people, that are writing these books saying the bell curve and the Moynihan report that are saying that the black race is degenerate and inferior, and it is somehow poisoning or eliminating or exterminating or responsible for the low birth weight rates in the white community. Now, I believe that the white manosphere, which is where the black manosphere came from, is simply trying to eliminate our birth rates by telling black men don't date single mothers so that their birth rates can catch up to ours. And we know that's wrong. And every person on the panel should at least be able to weigh in on whether or not that's what's going on with don't be a stepdad. Don't date a woman that has a child. Don't date a woman that is willing to have a baby and not, let you move in and live off of her or whatever. So we
listen,
want to be
RBR,
able to have the best idea, and we can't do it if we exclude
but
people.
listen, RBR, we can't listen. If we don't create our own stats, and if white people are the only one who have stats, then we cannot complain on the stats. Until we create our own stats with our own facts and finds, then we cannot say a word. But let's move on from that point. So let's move on from that. I didn't lost. I forgot what I was going to even say.
While you're trying to get your thought, Naima, A3rd, I just emailed you, bro.
All right, I'm gonna reach out to you.
Joe said it's Topaz's fault.
Yeah, see, even Joe W. I can't believe y'all. This what y'all do?
That's what them 25-year-olds do, Joe.
Yes.
Now I want to say
Topaz.
There is nothing new under the sun. Okay, if even with Dr. Francis Cress Wessling, there's some place where she got it from, and then whoever she got it from, there's some place where they got it from. There's nothing new under the sun. It's always going to be until we get the lesson, and the only way something is never going to be a problem anymore is when humanity gets the lesson, and we don't have to keep repeating it. Okay, it's always going to be repeats. The point is, can you put your spin on it? Can you say what it is that you found that was so interesting, so different? Okay, what's your way of explaining it to reach people who may not have heard it when the first people said it? So I do want to say that. And nothing is my fault because I'm an innocent lamb. Okay.
And my bad. Shout out. I didn't know that was Cool Jen up there. What's going on, brother? Hey, but I just want to say this, right?
Good, bro. Good to see you.
Not much, man. When it comes to the complaining about who does what around here, I mean, honestly, it's not just the content creators. Is also the subs, right? Because think about it, right? There is a 3.0, right? There's a lot of different things around here, a lot of different content creators, a lot of different topics. And here's the thing, we complain about it, but we don't show up. We complain about people getting doxxed, but then we show up to the place to watch people get doxxed. So, I mean, come on now, we got options. Everybody can exercise their options. So when you're talking about these streams that are going on and they go on and you don't show up, what are you complaining for? That's all I got to say. And I got to drop out. I got to handle some business. But you do another live, I'll be here to support. Good to see everybody on the panel.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. And definitely come back through another time.
All right. Hey,
all right,
man.
peace out,
Y'all keep doing y'all thing over there, man.
Hey, bro, appreciate it, man.
All right.
Hey, Complete, real quick. Is that you that put the number in there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just holler at me.
Okay. I wanted to make sure because it
Yeah,
came up with another name. I just wanted to make sure. All right, I got you, bro.
Yeah, that's me.
All right.
I have a quick question. So the guys that are 2.0, don't you think that they're like really succeeding with whatever they're talking about? I think majority of the new people that's coming into the space is not really much um 3.0, or I think it's still stuck in the 2.0 phase. So the 2.0 space, not the 2.0, but the 3.0. Well, I'm kind of confused of who the 3.0 is because it's certain content
It's
creators.
basically us. Us.
Okay, well, the newer content creators, I see a lot of their content is more so on attacking the older people talking points. It's more of a talking points beef. It's not so much of content itself or having a solution to a problem. Like when I first started here, I was around Black Ram, Jada Black, BOA. So it was more so on producing content, having a solution to a problem. Now is more so on calling fake ass, well, I don't want to curse, calling fake content creators out who they proclaim is fake. But the content creators that they're calling out is content creators that actually produce content that's not about another content creator. If
Right.
you are firing a live stream up, going at a content creator, that's not content. You're more so beef sector. You're more so black sector. That's where they do that at. They go at each other on a daily basis. So if your content is based on another content creator, you're not producing content because you don't have a solution to the problem. You're just pointing out your opinions on what they're talking about. And if they're talking about something that gets you in your feelings, then you focus on the wrong thing. You're actually a fan. That's just facts. You a fan making content on your favorite content creator, whether you support, quote unquote, claim you don't support the person or not, you do because you're promoting that content creator in their content. I feel like if you don't like a certain content creator or you don't like the things they're talking about, focus on the things you want to talk about and have a solution to the problem because you're part of the problem when you don't have a solution.
Well, I would say this: you're either oriented one or two ways. Either you're information based or entertainment based, right? So that doesn't necessarily mean that people. That doesn't mean that people that do stuff for entertainment's sake or for information's sake can't present it in a way where there's some entertainment value to it. That's not to say that. It's just to say that some people really are not here for any sort of information based content like whatsoever. Right. So like at the bare minimum, I already know that our stuff is real kind of cerebral. So what I try to do is I try to make it presentable. Right. I try to like give it, a sound aesthetic. I try to use attractive thumbnails. I try to give it an air of sophistication. Right. So that there is something to attract you to it. But in all reality, it's like what we're going to talk about is not for entertainment. That's not what we're going to be doing it. We're not going to entertain. So, there's people that really just don't, they're not really drawn to it. Like they're drawn to, we got to like energies attract. See, so the fact of the matter is that if you've got people who flock in droves to hear about beef and conflict and bullshit, and just to hear a bunch of arguing and yelling and all this crazy shit, think about the thoughts that go on in their heads.
Well, I think the fact that, especially with the beefs, it's a driving factor in our community. That's what we thrive off of, right? It's clear and evident to see that.
And I'm saying, Naima, like what type of mentality, mindset, psyche are our people walking amongst us with on a daily basis, right? That has you saying that type of shit is the order of the day in Black culture.
I believe that it's the order of the day because we don't have anything else going on. So it's like, I don't have nothing else going on over here. So let me go over here and start with these beefs. I believe if we truly genuinely have something going on with ourselves, then we would engage in these beefs less.
Like I said, people ain't got no lives. But hey, I'm gonna drop down. I gotta go pick up my little one from cheerleading practice.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Complex.
do your thing,
All
Complex,
right,
and
China
thank you
White.
for going. I appreciate you.
And
All
I share
right,
your
cool, gent.
experience.
Come
I
back
share your
next
life.
time,
Thank
okay?
you. All right, yeah, you know what? And I appreciate you for that, China White. You're like one of literally 5 people who do that. I know how many people do it. It's like 5. You're one of them. So I appreciate you so much for that.
All right.
All right, the rest of you guys all have a good evening. I gotta get my babes.
Okay. Have a good one. If
You
anyone
too.
else wanted to jump on to the panel to give your opinion, come on and do so. We have NC Worker who jumped on. He's a new addition to the panel. NC Worker, do you want to give your opinion on the topic?
Let me jump down. Thanks for having me. Love
Oh,
you guys.
thanks for coming up, China. I appreciate you,
All
honey
right.
bunny. All right, come back next time. NC Worker?
Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Hey, NC Worker. Yeah, we can hear you.
Good evening. And
Good
thank you for allowing
evening.
me on your panel. Well, I believe that there are certain channels that do have solutions to some things that are going on. The problem is, again, I believe it's already been said, that it gets drowned out by all the drama. Too often we, as a black people, as a culture, we like more incitement, more entertainment, more drama, as opposed to things that are logical or things that are informational or informable, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of times that also contributes to a lot of things as well. We're more used to what treats our feelings as opposed to what treats our minds.
Yeah. I believe, yeah, definitely believe that. Like, we always need a sort of entertainment value when it comes to anything, whether it's educational, whether we're working, it doesn't matter what we're doing. We need that little hint of, we need a little bit of that funny bone, or a little bit of that drama. Oh, okay. So we need a little bit of the drama, for it to be exciting to us, and we thrive off of that. If it doesn't have a component of that, we're not interested. So it got to have that. Like, it's that juicy thing that we're like, yeah, it's juicy to us, so we need to have that. If we don't have that, yeah, we're definitely going to be less interested in that thing. So I do agree with that.
Because if we look at it, most of the time, those are the channels or even the streams or videos that get put out the most. You know, if you typed in certain people's names, you know, the type of video pops up. It's not going to be the time that they talked about finances. It's going to be the time that they talked about someone else, or they talked about someone in the news, or, you know, they talked about a star. You know, we don't really value or give value to those, even outside of this space, those who have done things in the world, who are black, who have done good things. Again, it goes back to, well, how does this person makes me feel? Because I want to feel good. I want to feel like something aside from what I already am. And like, again, as I already said, a lot of people, if it wasn't for YouTube, a lot of people wouldn't know who people were, let alone what they do outside of YouTube.
Yeah.
So again, you know, and it's not to say that, you know, if you're on YouTube, you just want to be someone. It's not to say that. But what I am saying is, you know, a lot of times people are really only known for what they present to the masses on YouTube, as opposed to what they do behind closed doors or what they do when the camera's off.
Yeah, and I believe that what folks do with the camera on and off, or people would say, in their real life or on YouTube, is completely different, right? We can say what we want to say, but is our reality, does it really match our actions? And a lot of times it doesn't. For a lot of folks, it does not match our actions. It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors a lot of times.
I definitely agree with you on that. Like one of the things that I see on here, that's like very like prevalent is that you got a lot of people. Like I feel like these content creators that's on here, at least certain ones, I feel like they try to do the whole "do as I say, not as I do" type of thing, to where like they'll be preaching something to their audience. It's the whole like don't date single mothers or don't deal with them, but yet we've come to find out that some of these same content creators that's preaching that same stuff is the same ones that's dating single mothers on the low or got a single mother. And look, I don't care who anybody chooses to deal with. That's your business, because ain't nobody gonna tell me who I'm gonna deal with. And truth be told, I don't engage in those type of conversations. I don't engage in the whole gender war topics because that's not my concern. That's not my struggle or my issues at all in any kind of way. But like I said, to me, this space is kind of like turned into the black church where, like I said, you got like the content creators who I guess would be considered to be like the pastors, and they're preaching this good sermon to you, at least so you think, and they're telling you not to do this, not to do that, but yet the same things they're telling their audience not to do, the same thing they're doing behind the scenes. And it's like I can't respect that, but if people want to listen to that, if people want to follow behind it, then hey, that's their business. So
Right. I do
Well,
agree with that.
I'm sorry, not to agree, but let me ask the question, just I guess be the devil's advocate. Could it be that maybe that's the reason why they're preaching what they're preaching, because of their own personal life? Not saying it is, but could it be that reason?
I mean, I see where you're going with this, and I kind of agree. But again, like I don't know. I'm just gonna speak for myself. I'm not the type of person. I'm not gonna preach to somebody what I'm not doing myself. So if I'm, quote unquote dating single mothers, I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll make me look like a hypocrite. But and like I said, that's why I went to the whole black church thing, because that's what they kind of tell you in the black church is like, do this and do that. But it's like, as soon as they get off of church grounds, they go right back to doing the same stuff that they asking for forgiveness for, in church. So that's kind of how I look at it.
Well, Pastor Porkchops is a man just like you are, and I am. He's an imperfect man. He couldn't help himself. But I do get the analogy though.
Okay, so we have a new panelist. We have Soul. I don't think I'm familiar with Soul.
Oh no, it's Soul Provider. What's up?
Oh, Soul Provider. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
I'm not used to this. This avatar.
Oh yeah. What's going on?
Oh, okay. All right. How are you?
Doing good. Piece of the panel.
Good.
So this has been talked about before, and it'll probably be talked about every year or every month or whatever like that. Third and Cool Gent, Bronzebird said some familiar things that I totally agree with. Once you come into what's going on, bro? Once you come onto this space and you spend maybe a couple months to a year listening in, you're pretty much going to see the patterns, the resets, and you're going to see that. And hopefully you will notice that there's a huge loop that's going on. And it's not just the men. I mean, it's all of Black YouTube when it comes to the whole dating crap. I mean, the women and the men both do it. This is an infinite loop of bullshit and reset topics that just get reset after week after week after week. And if you're young and you're on your shit, hopefully you see that and you just take it as comedy and just, laugh at it anytime you're doing real shit in real life, working, get your shit together, stuff like that. And it is kind of sad because, people say, oh, it's a barbershop, but the point of a barbershop is to leave the barbershop after you get a haircut. You're not supposed to sit there and just not do shit. But the problem is people are in this barbershop not leaving. You're supposed to leave with the information you had and then apply it to your real life. And hopefully it does, it does you better in real life. But that's not what's happening here. People are just sitting in the same spot, not doing shit. And hopefully, for the young folks, they get the fuck out, take the information, leave, try it out. And maybe you want to come back to the barbershop, get some more info, then come back, then leave again. It should be like that, not just staying in the same circle jerk and being here in your 30s and then being here in your 50s and still on panels and shit with gray hair. Like that's just not the plan.
Damn. I agree.
Can I piggyback on what Soul's saying?
Not gray
I
hair.
want to piggyback on what Soul is saying. What Soul is saying is actually facts. And I feel like that's another problem with a lot of the manosphere. A lot of them understand that a lot of their audience is a bunch of heartbroken men. And it's like a doctor. They give you something to help with the wound, but eventually you're gonna have to come back to them again. And that's what it is with the replica content creators. A lot of them don't have much substance. That's why they keep talking about the same thing over and over and over again, because of what it does. It keeps opening the wound of the heartbrokenness that a lot of these young men have. And they keep doing it over and over and over to a point where these guys become so bitter and angry when it's supposed to be about self-improvement, becoming better and not becoming bitter. And they understand that, because if a lot of these guys were actually given the good information, they would have left and done better already. But now you have dudes who are in their 30s, 40s, hell, even 50s, still heartbroken of the girl who broke their heart when they were 16 or 15. That looks terrible. If this is about self-improvement, you should have improved and gotten better over the years from the information and moved forward. But you're still in the same position you were 15, 16 years ago, which is pretty sad. So a lot of this repo content and these manosphere beefs, it's just to create more rifts between, black men, and also just keep the dysfunction going over time.
Yeah, the red pill
Yeah.
stuff is just a bag. It's a bag for the women and the men. That's all it is. I mean, because you're supposed to, like you say, you're supposed to get the knowledge and leave. And the thing about, oh well, we should do health and other topics in STEM. And it's like, well, people do that already, but you don't support it. So what's the point doing it? There's no point. Shout out to Brain Trust, people like Ike, other people that are doing STEM. Like, it's already been confirmed that this space doesn't really value that. So you're better off doing that content in the actual real YouTube communities, like the tech community on YouTube. Go do that stuff there. Go to the health community. You don't want to do that here. You want to talk about dating for like 20 plus years. That's your YouTube goal in this space.
Right. Yeah. I do believe that. Oh, wait, here we go.
I have to drop down, but thank you so much for allowing me on your panel, and I hope everyone have a good night.
Okay, thanks for coming, NC Work. I appreciate you. Have a good night.
And Naima, I'm gonna drop down too, because I feel like it's best for me to be in the chat. I'm just listening. At this point, I said everything I had to say. I don't want to just take up space.
Okay. All right.
But I am in the chat. I'm listening, and I'll be back over here. I subscribed and hit the bell.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right. I would like to weigh in a little bit. I've been teaching the same class for about 20 years. My sister has a PhD, and she teaches the same media and ethics class in journalism.
Do you have students in there, RBR?
Well, yeah, my students are the people that are to listen to my channel. It's not formal. Okay. But my point is, if you're a professor at a university, every year you teach the same class, but it's a new group of students. It's a new group of freshmen, and then they graduate, and then another class comes in. So the argument that Soul Provider is making, well, you already taught that class 20 years ago. Goddamn! Them people are in their 50s. What are they supposed to do? Some of them will teach the class. Some of them will become media moguls. But you don't say, well, I taught that class. Well, these people are new. They haven't been in your class. Are you suggesting that once we teach the class, we should close the university? That's what's really happening. See, so we as grown adults went through our thing. I was telling the people the other day, I wasn't the tallest guy. I wasn't the shortest guy. I wasn't the darkest guy. But I was not pulling the women. Now, as I got older, I realized I couldn't pull women if it was just about what I looked like. I had to get their number, and I had to talk to them on the phone. Now that I know that, I'm fine. But there's some other poor sucker out there who doesn't know that. And why wouldn't I tell him? Because Soul Provider's not going to tell him. Complex 9 is not going to tell him. Going to call him a lame. And that's the same thing. You've been teaching the same class. Yes, you teach the same class. Now you tell the other people, now you teach the class, and then you teach the class, and then you teach class. That's called civilization. That's called continuing education. And that's what we should all be doing. Don't ever say, well, I learned it, so too bad. You got to learn it on your own, because that ain't working.
Do you guys think that if we give the solution, right? Because I hear solutions every now and again in the manosphere, right? There are solutions, right? But their voices are not as loud as everyone else.
But they're drowned out. That's why they're drowned out. People who have solutions get drowned out all the time. And it's not cool. If we take the time out, we listen, and we grow off of it, we won't be having these issues.
Well, welcome, Keystone Tech. Thanks for coming out.
What's up? I had to come in. We hadn't seen you for a minute, so I had to make sure my presence was known.
Okay. Yeah, so I believe that there are, solution based content, but I believe that, we're not, we don't like solution based content, in a sense. Because even with Ramil, right? Ramil will have his content and he'll, do his streams where he talks about business and all of those different things. And it'll be a nice turnout. I do notice that. But of course, his turnout is much greater when there's the fuckery, in a sense, right? When there's fuckery, there's more people that's involved. So in a sense, do we really want solutions, or are we really going to apply those solutions? And that's really the question. And I feel as though that no, we don't ultimately want the solutions. I think we are just comfortable. We're just kind of comfortable, and not everyone. So when I'm saying these different things, it's not applied to all. But I do believe that we're most comfortable in the dysfunction, in the messiness, in the nuance, and we're comfortable there. When it's time to really band together for the real solutions, we kind of tune out. That's just my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's just my take on it.
I agree. Every time we try to get to the meat and bones, something happens to disrupt us from our progress, and I get tired of it. And you right here in my same streets, bunker and stuff like that. And when you see people get to the meat and bones, then somebody's dying.
I think the solution is just to get some like-minded brothers, maybe, a handful that think like you, and you can just network that way. I think that's the best solution, really. Don't worry about the whole group. Just worry about, just like a handful of people that are just like you, have same personalities and stuff that you can actually work with.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Why not educate everybody?
It's not my problem.
No, that's not the question.
I agree with
that's not the question.
But it's not for everybody.
That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question. Why not educate everybody? Because the people that you don't educate are the ones that are going to hit you over the head and take your wallet.
I can't relate to
Give me an explanation of why you wouldn't want to educate all the students and not just the ones that agree that not all students should be educated.
Everyone's not going to listen, RBR.
Exactly.
Only a handful.
That's not your call. You don't get to tell them that.
RBR, hold on, wait. Let someone else jump in, RBR.
Let's stop RBR from asking a question that they don't want to answer. Yeah, I get it.
Let me say this though. Okay. When you get older, though, you know what I'm saying? Everybody learn from somebody, when you get older. All right, fair enough. You learn your basics and all that stuff. But when you get to a certain age, you really have to start thinking for yourself and quit using everybody else's mind, though. And see, that's the thing. They don't want you to use your own mind. They want you to follow the programming that's going on right now, So you got to learn how to think for yourself. And so, shout out to you, bro. I agree with what you said, man. 1,000%.
Oh, yeah. What's up, bro?
Exactly. You can't teach everybody. That's like what the Bible says. You cannot cast your pearls onto swine. Not everybody wants to hear that.
Boom.
This idea
that would be a lie. That would be a lie.
Okay, did you teach everybody?
No.
It's not for everybody.
Every damn
it's not for everybody at all.
You can't teach
real brother, just like you, bro.
Everybody's not going to listen, though. Are you crazy, RBR? Are you stupid, man?
Nope.
You can't
No,
teach
Nope.
everybody though, man.
But I think people who are uneducated are stupid.
There's
So
over
why don't we
billions of
educate
people in the
everybody?
world. You can't educate. You cannot cast your pearls
I didn't
onto swine.
say
Not everybody wants
educate
to
everybody
listen.
in the world. I said you teach. Okay,
Let
let's say
those
this because let's take that
let
argument
those who
that
hear have
you
an
teach
ear,
a
they will
class.
listen though. All
No,
right.
I'm gonna give you your argument. Let's take it. Let's take it. Let's take the argument that you have a class and there's 300 people in the class and you can't teach everybody. Now, there's 300 people in the class that come to class every day. How can you only teach 5 of those people without the other 295 people hearing the same lesson? How do you do it? How do you teach the people that think that they only want 5 people to be taught? How do you do that? How many people are listening to us right now? If she clicked on her analytics, she would see how many people are actually watching.
So let me
It's not 35.
RBR, maybe they're not real brothers though. Maybe there's only 5 real brothers in that
Oh,
class.
it doesn't matter. How do you
Do you
teach
think the school
somebody
system is
who's
beneficial?
listening? Do you teach somebody else? How do you do that?
Some people can't be taught. Did you hear what I just said? And
I
there's different
understand
ways to
that.
being
But when you're
taught.
teaching, how do you know whether or not the 50 million people listening to you, which ones can be taught and which ones can't?
That is on them at the end of the day. When it comes on to being taught,
Thank
you're
you.
the one who believes it at the end of the
What
day.
is your
But
job as a teacher? Please explain to the class what your job description
you
is
teach,
as the
and
teacher.
whoever listens, listen. Who doesn't, doesn't. That's on them.
Exactly.
That's why I said
That's the
you
correct
cannot
answer.
cast your
Thank you.
pearls onto swine.
Well, I would like
That
to.
was the best answer.
Give me 1 second, guys. I would like to I would like to give some shout outs. I'm looking at my Cash App. I'd like to give a shout out to L. Nixon. He blessed the Cash App. Thank you, L. Nixon, for the $20 Cash App. I'd like to give another shout out to Mr. Nova. Thank you for the $10 Cash App. And Kujent, thank you for the $5 Cash App. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
But that's all I had to say. I didn't want to be long-winded, but yeah, I'll be in the chat.
Well, said this information is not for everybody. People are going to listen and take heed to whoever take heed for it's going to have the best things in their life. If they don't take heed, oh well. What can you do? Can't pull a person's teeth out and expect them to sit down and take pain.
Yeah, I do agree. I just believe that that in this space, I noticed, even I've been in this space too, and I noticed that when there's the beef is going on, of the drama, we do tend to gear to that, and it is exciting for us, and and it kind of gets us through our day. So if we're honest, we can say that, yeah, a lot of these beefs, and not saying that you have to be a part of the beef, but definitely you like to be in the midst, or listening to the buzz that's going on, and I don't know what it is, but it's just some kind of intriguement to it. And like I said, I don't know if it's a part of the fact that we don't have anything else to attend to, meaning some real business, right? So now we get caught into these different things.
Here's a perfect idea. You could say it. An idle mind is the devil's playground. That's pretty much what it boils down to.
Yeah, facts with that
Idle
one.
mind is the devil's playground when you have nothing better to do. I'm not gonna lie, I've been guilty of it sometimes, where you hear a beef and you hear the drama and you're sitting there watching this all unfold. But then when you really sit back and sit about it, it's like, yo, you're literally watching your own people bicker and bash one another. And what we fail to realize is that when we entertain these things, that's actually making us look bad as well. Because that's
All
our
makes us
people.
look beyond bad.
Yeah, it makes us look real bad. And like I said, not to mention the divestment community. Bring it back to them a little bit. We already know that our own race of women, now I'm not saying all, but for the most, don't respect black men. There was a point in time when a black man walked into a room, when he talked, there was reverence, there was respect. Hell, there was even a little fear there. But at this point in time, there is nothing like that anymore. And so when you have these black men on here bickering and like, a lot of it is acting. Like, a lot of us want to talk about how Hollywood is acting. Yo, YouTube is acting. YouTube is a new Hollywood, and a lot of these YouTubers are celebrities. You guys are technically celebrities if you want to think about it.
because YouTube is a new TV, and on a TV you have channels, and what you got a YouTube channel, so you're technically guys the new celebrities. And a lot of these quote unquote manosphere dudes, they sold out. So a lot of these arguments that you see on social media, it's part of some plan, some initiation, all type of crazy shit that goes on behind closed doors. So half of the time, these petty arguments, it's not even on some serious stuff. It's just for attention and some numbers. Because be honest with you, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but when you have true talent, when you actually are good at what you do, you will never have to do beef with someone. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing a reaction video and having your opinion on something on what someone does, or not agreeing with what they do. Of course, as a man, you're going to have disagreements. I don't know what world you live in that you're not going to have disagreements. If you agree with everything, you're an ass kisser and a footstool, and no one likes an ass kisser and a footstool. However, when your whole YouTube channel is built off of lies, gossip, drama, backbiting, just tearing each other down, that is such a weak platform to be built off of, because it's like the Three Little Pigs. With now we're going to use two houses as an analogy. When you see when the first pig built a house of, I believe it was straws, and it was so easy for the wolf to blow it down. That is a perfect example and a representation of what happens when you don't have a channel built off of a strong foundation, when it's built off of gossip, lies, bashing, backbiting. The only time you get in views is when you're talking shit about somebody of another fellow black man. Now you see when you have a brick house, when the pig built the brick house and the wolf tried to blow it down and it didn't work, and then he tried to go into the chimney and he burnt himself and he ran away. That is a perfect example of a representation of when your channel is built off a strong foundation, off your craft, off your integrity, off your authenticity. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of the things, and that's what's lacking, especially in the manosphere: authenticity and integrity. This has been driven by
That's
only
facts,
money
brother.
and greed. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with wanting nice things in life. However, your morals must come before your money, because when you pick your money over your morals, it's easy to veer off into things, and you're willing to do all type of things for money. And that's what this manosphere is really exposing. It's
That's
just
your
exposing
facts, brother. That's facts.
Tell it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
But
facts.
what's going on
Let me
in the
ask you one
manosphere-
question though, LCN.
Yeah.
Now, if you have the straw house, you have
Yeah.
the brick house, and
Yeah.
what was the other house?
That I was using two houses for the analogy, not the third.
Oh, just two. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
tell me which house the conservative owners of the platform that support the movement, the white nationalist movement that want to invade the Ukraine, which house are they going to promote? The brick house or the Uckery Faye?
The straw house.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, no, it's not a dumb question, because
I didn't say it was a
every
dumb
person
question.
here now came here because of the straw house. So we came for the straw house. We came for the Uckery Faye. Where are we at now? We're on Naima's panel. You got the real brother on the panel. Wait a minute. You had L. Nixon on the panel. We all came here to see the fuckery. And then when we saw that it was bullshit, we came and found the real channels, the ones that make the $15 billion that Google, Black YouTube made last year, the 3.7 million channels they don't promote, because those channels don't bring in the people. So we use the channels that bring in the people that don't make any money as lost leaders. They get you into the store, and then you buy the shit that makes the money, that has 80% profit margin. And that's our channels. So please don't kill off the manosphere. We need them.
But check this out too, really, to piggyback off of that in a way. Another reason why we promote the beefs is because we don't actually want to change. You see why a lot of us don't actually like the positive channels? Because there's a reason why the saying is called "the truth hurts." Because you see, with the truth, it forces
Yes, it does hurt.
It forces you to look at yourself and look yourself in the mirror and say that, you know what, I'm a part of the problem. But when you sit and listen to bullshit, it's easy to sit on your ass and dwell in shit. That's not hard. But you see, when you listen to positive channels that are really trying to show you what we need to fix, that leads to change. And in order for change, before growth and change happens, you must have humility. Humility is the seed of growth. Before you can grow as a person, you must look at yourself and say, you know what? I need to change on this. I need to work on that. And a lot of us as Black people, we do not have humility. We don't have humility. We have too much ego. And that's another reason why the Black manosphere is the way it is. Too much ego. Nothing wrong with having an ego. But at the same time, when you become overly egotistical, overly prideful, you end up like Satan. You start believing that you're bigger than what you actually are. And that's what's happening to a lot of these manosphere brothers. Their fame and fortune has now overshadowed everything else, and they lost their integrity. So now everything is boiling back on them, and all type of issues is going on within the
Cloud
manosphere
nine.
because everyone's trying to be the head man in charge when there's a big plank when all of us can stand on it together. So that's what it is.
Are you dropping those facts, LCN?
LCN always drops facts. He's pretty
dropping
good
those
at that.
Damn.
I'm talking
But
about.
I'd like to I want to give a shout out to Amanda. Okay. Oh, Amanda, she hit me twice. Thank you. I don't know if that was a mistake, Amanda, or not. Amanda sent me a cash app. Thank you, honey bunny. I appreciate you. But okay. So we have Azure Saint who jumped on. Do you want to contribute to the stream, Azure? Am I saying that right?
Oh yes, you're saying my name right. And
Okay.
also thank you for allowing me on your panel, ma'am. But Mr. LCN, I 100% agree with everything that you said. You know, I think I know that you laid it down on the mark. Like you're spot on everything that you said. And you know, like this is what I've been saying before. Look,
I'm gonna drop down. All right. Have a good night.
Thank you, Keystone.
all right, but yeah, with all this talk saying like coming up with solutions and all that other stuff that we're not willing to do anything about it, like it's just getting old. I mean, look, this is the internet, all right? There's nothing you can do on the internet besides, you know, try to uplift people or, you know, do the opposite of that. But, you know, like we got to start doing something in real life. So I'll suggest, you know, off the internet and actually taking action and doing something. Because like just sitting around 24/7 behind a computer screen isn't going to do you any good. So
thank you, Azor, for
Come on,
contributing.
Azor. God damn. Well, here's the thing. See, people don't go to church that much anymore. Where are people supposed to learn? And so my argument is we set up churches, we set up schools and systems of education, and people aren't going to go there. And the reason is because people, if your kids, right? They want to eat dessert, they want to eat cookies and the candies. So yes, you might have cookies, you might have candy, you might have ice cream. But if you don't explain to them that they have to eat the vegetables, I'm a grown man and my wife, you know, what about the vegetables? Where's the green stuff? Where's the green shit, I call it? And she's right. So I'm saying that life doesn't have to be what complex design was talking about when you put a motherfucker to sleep on your goddamn platform. But in addition to all the how to relate and find women and find happiness, we have to add the ethical portion, the morality portion that the brother was talking about. Now, people are going to say, I don't want to hear that. Don't preach to me, blah, 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 blah. But you have to. Why? Because knowledge without morality leads to, you know, violence and destruction and dysfunction in our community. And so I'm not saying bore them to death. I'm not saying the first thing you do when they come to the class is give them a lecture on morality. No, but after you know, entertain them and all that stuff, you have to do it. Because if they leave your class and they have no morality, then you got a Brother Polite, you got an R. Kelly, so you're going to have problems. Now, you don't ever do this. If someone comes to your class with nefarious intent to beef, to argue, Maximum Black really thought he was making a point by suggesting I got that from Dr. Francis Quest Wesling. It was a good point. White people are saying it. It's not true, but I don't care if it's true or not. If they believe it, then it's true to them. So I'm saying that we can't tell somebody that your argument doesn't match with mine, so therefore get out of here. Get Real Brother off the panel. How come? Because Real Brother's saying, I don't know what everybody's idea is, but if I don't I block all the females' ideas, they might have an idea. I don't know.
But you know what,
Why? You're
RBR?
attaching.
But listen, RBR, because you made a good point when you say that people are not going to church, so where are they going? And I believe that is a really great point because, it was said that men have kind of stepped back from the church, and there's more women that goes to the church than men, right? I know Cool Gent,
Yeah.
he goes to church. You're a regular in the church, right, Cool Gent? Okay, well, Kujent maybe not be there, but so there's more women that's in the church. So it's like, okay, so outside of that, where are the people going if they're not going to church, right? So they are on
Yeah.
these social media platforms. They are, they are at, they are on social media. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. They're on all of these platforms. And are we getting the proper information that we need? To be honest, yeah, if we were to be honest, the answer would be no. So what do we do in our
You're
mess?
correct. You're correct. But let's
Yeah.
say this.
So
Well, the only thing, and I've had disagreements, and people can disagree. I think that the only thing that I think is missing, I told this to Sonetta, he cussed me out. I told it to Obsidian, he listened. The only thing that's missing is a portion of your teaching that is about ethics. If you're going to go out here and date women, please don't date women that you're not interested in having a long-term monogamous relationship. Don't lie to women. Don't tell women that they don't need a man. Girl, get his money. Girl, get the bag. Girl, don't care if he's not girl, he got money. Girl, he got good hair. Don't lie to these women. Do not string these women along. Do not break their heart. Not because of you, but because you're messing them up for some guy that really, really would want to be with that sister. So if you're a man, don't tell that brother, man, you don't have to love her, man. If you making the money and you paying the bills, man, she better shut up and get in there and bake some cookies and watch soap operas all day out there. Don't do that to these sisters. These sisters want to have their
Peg
opinion.
Bunny,
They want to have their
Peg
love. They
Bunny
want to be on their panels. Let these sisters
eating
express
bonbons.
themselves. I'm sorry?
No, I said Peg Bundy eating bonbons.
Well, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So if you teach ethics in journalism, there's ethics. We're not trying to present both sides. We're trying to present the truth. So it doesn't mean that what we're doing in short, and what they're doing to me is they're attaching human personality traits and character traits, which are human traits, to arguments. The only thing that makes an argument valid is whether or not it's true. So if you don't like my personality and my character, and I can understand that, you can't say 2 + 2 is not 4 because you don't like who's saying 2 + 2 is 4. My argument is the only measure of an argument is whether or not that argument is true. So that's the point I'm trying to make. If the FBI only investigates terrorist activity, serial killers, and racial hate crimes, then the 1,460 black women who were killed last year cannot all be killed by black men, according to the FBI, because they only investigate federal crimes. So if it wasn't a state or federal crime, even though it was murder, it's a state crime, the FBI wouldn't have the data. So you can't say that a black man killed Breonna Taylor or Sandra Bland, because they didn't. White cops did. So it's not a valid argument because it's not true. Not because you hate black men.
Okay. All right, so hold on to that thought, RBR, because we are going to give final words. Thank you, cool gents, because I got to get out of here. So let's go with the final words. Let's start with Cool Gent first. He want to give his final words. So go ahead, Cool Gent, with your final words.
All right. I want to say thank you very much, Naima. Shout out to you. Congratulations to you for having your panel. Shout out to everybody that's on the panel, though. This is a great topic, though, man. Shout out to you, Logan, man. You wise beyond your years, bro. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat that's tuned in, man. Amanda, Third, all of y'all, man. So I don't know if you when your next stream gonna be, but you always got our support. And I appreciate you.
Thank you, Kujin. Thanks for jumping on. I know Shar, I'm sorry, honey bunny. I know she jumped on. I'm getting off of here, but I would love for you to come back. I haven't seen you in a while. I do miss you. So come back next time, Shar. And thanks again, Kujin. Come back next time.
I
I
will do.
appreciate your contribution to the stream.
Oh, no problem. Peace.
Peace. Trinity, you want to go ahead and give your final thoughts?
Yeah, like I said, congratulations on your first stream. And hopefully everything works out really well. I'm looking forward to the next stream. I want to thank everybody for pulling up and everybody's contribution. And also, it was a lot of thought compelling arguments. And I'm starting to see what you're saying, RBR, as far as each one teach one. I also believe that, we all do a little bit better each day. Then collectively we'll start to do better. So, but anyway, I look forward to the conversations, and you guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Trinity, for coming through. I appreciate you, and definitely come back through next time. Okay, take care. Okay, RBR, you want to give your last words?
Yeah, real quick. Just thank you so much. And yes, God bless you on your show. I would give you the advice, please try to stay independent. All right. You have to. Why? It's the only way you could be fair. If you get locked into one side or the other, then the brothers are gonna say, well, what, and then you're gonna be in the same situation as the rest of them. So stay independent. We have to. It's the best way we can work. And real, here's a tip for you. Black YouTube. Black YouTube has 25 billion searches a day. It's the most searched phrase in the world for Black people. Black YouTube. All right.
Okay.
Thank you for having me. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
RBR, for coming
All
up. I do appreciate you. Have a good night. Okay. We want to go with the Azure, go ahead. You go ahead and give your final words.
All right. Once again, thank you, Miss Naima, for inviting me on your panel and allowing me to share my opinion on things. But basically, it's all about like this whole hatred, on like this YouTube beefs and all that other stuff. Like, I find it to be pointless. And if we could all just learn how to dialogue with each other and come with solutions and take action, then things will be better for us. So, like, enough with the hatred and enough with the beefs. Like, let's just come together and dialogue with each other and have a laugh.
Yes, I do agree with that. And thank you so much for coming on. I do appreciate you. So definitely come back again and join the panel.
All right.
You have a good evening.
You too, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. You know your old lady when they say ma'am. LCN, go ahead and give your final thoughts.
Well, thank you, Naima, for having me on your show. I appreciate it. This is a good thought-provoking conversation, and it allows us to really have healthy dialogue between Black men and Black women, because God knows what's going on out here is real bad, and we already know how the media likes to make us as Black people look. So for us to have these type of conversations, it's just one step in the right direction, and hopefully over time we have more of these conversations that allows more healthy dialogue and allows a change in our community and within ourselves as well. So thank you for having me and allowing me to share my thoughts on this subject.
Thank you, LCN. I definitely appreciate your contribution. It was well appreciated, and definitely come back next time because I would love to hear from you again.
Will do. Thank you, ma'am.
All righty, and take care.
You too.
All righty. Bye-bye. And I also would like to just say congrats to the contributors of the live stream. We had L. Nixon, we had Miss Denova, we had Kujin, Amanda, and we had Joe Hall. Thank you guys for contributing to my live stream. This is my first live stream. I would like to do it again. This is new for me. So just bear with me. Thank you, Third Ward. Thank you, Khadija, O'Shea Lennox, all you guys in the chat, Tone, Amanda, RBR, Mike Shinnery. I appreciate all you guys. Jade O, Joe. We have Khadija Hunter. Def Javis was in the chat. Jasani. We had the Trinity. We had Shar, Soul Provider VP. Joe W. I appreciate everyone. I truly do. I'm just trying to, again, get on the swing of things, and I will see you guys next time. I am out. Good night.